I believe it should start right now.
Okay,
Give me
right
one
now.
second. Give me a second. I just hit it. We'll see what happens. You are a man who is here to warn men. And based on your last advice about how to deal with moms and women, this is probably rock solid. Rock solid advice. But when you are getting work done at the house, or you're doing it yourself.
Oh, sure.
You know,
and it's this time of the year where you're doing projects.
We know that there's always hidden costs, but you're saying there's an even hiddener cost.
Yeah, and it always shows up. And you never think about it, but it shows up every single time.
And here's the thing, man. I hate to say it, but you might be right.
You know I'm right.
And we'll get into it next year in the break room on 96.5 WCMF. With the weather getting nicer, maybe you're starting to notice things around the house and the yard that need work.
Yeah.
Projects that are going to cost you money. And they say that a project it always ends up being more expensive than the price you get quoted.
Mm-hmm.
However, one man says not only is that true for materials and extra time, there's a reason this is going to cost more.
Oh, yeah.
You don't even think about, because the hidden cost of your home project isn't in the bill. It's in the person standing next to you.
Yes.
You're hanging out in the break room. Rochester's Classic Rock 96.5. WCMF. We'll get to that in just a second, but it is Thursday.
Yeah.
When you want to hurt someone in this room, you can't call them short or stupid or comment on all of the different patterns they have on today. Between your teal knit shoes, your shining wallpaper socks, and your bosomy sweater, you look like a book of carpet samples. You got to really hurt someone. Something along the lines of...
Oh, I'm Pat Duffy. I'm going to wear my little monkey turd brown smock today because you look like you're a vendor that just sells street fudge.
What's wrong with this sweatshirt?
You're a street fudge selling little bitch.
What?
That is the ugliest color of brown I've ever seen.
It's just tan. It's tan.
Rectal brown.
It's tan. It's the same color as your pants.
Which you just made fun of.
Yeah, but those are just standard pants.
And it's got a sissy hoodie.
What are you talking about?
Like, that's not going to even provide you warmth.
Well, it's not like a warm hoodie. It's like an
Ellis Island hoodie.
It was on sale.
Like, you should have a wicker basket full of chickens coming to freedom.
We take all your bitch voices, we run it back, we call it Bitch Voice Theater. Happens now on CMF.
The Break Room now presents Bitch Voice Theater, starring Thomas Muley and accompanied by Patrick Duffy.
Pat Duffy, I'm going to go out for the big draft night down there and sip a little beer and have a little Caesar salad with a little dressing on the side because I'm just a draft sipping little bitch.
No, what would happen?
No,
She might be Jim and Jared. I'm afraid of Kimmy because she's on fire right now, so I don't want to poke the bear.
Yes!
Oh, God.
No, because she's not on the phone. I would have said her she was on the
phone. Go ahead, bitch.
No, I'm no. But you need one to be in the club. You waited in the club.
The club.
Star Club.
Hi, my name's Pat. I'm just a little star wine horny little bitch.
Oh, I'm Pat Duffy. I'm dressed up like a camp counselor just trying to sell you a little brochure in the mall on Sundays. Come on out to my busted little summer camp, because I'm just a summer camp counselor looking little bitch.
Ryan, you've been to France and had cheese there?
Oh, absolutely, man. That's what makes it the best.
I eat foreign cheese in a cave. I'm Ryan.
What?
So I actually attended Notre Dame University.
Ooh, I'm smart, Ryan.
I knew that was coming. I knew that was coming.
I'm Pat Duffy. I didn't want to eat the stolen candy bar because I'll go burn in hell because I'm a law-abiding little bitch. No, I mean, I'm used to the way it is now.
Because you're scared that no one else is in the
be
room.
lonely.
I'm a lonely Tom. Man, what's going on? I got no one to tell me I'm a good person, even though I'm not, because I'm a bitch-ass, won't sleep with no little bitch.
Because, yeah, we...
And that concludes another rendition of Bitch Voice Theater.
So, Tommy, weather's getting nicer, and you notice you have a project that needed done
sure.
at your wife's house, right?
Yeah.
So what's going on with you?
So we're just getting some power wash. We had to get a stoop fix, like standard stuff.
Fixing a stoop?
Trying to fix a stoop. It's a very old crumbling stoop.
Okay, all right.
So, when you walk around with the guy, and he's going to give you a quote.
Oh, you're not doing this yourself?
No. I had to hire a guy.
Okay.
To do the whole thing, right?
Sure.
And they give you a quote. That's it.
That's the end of the price.
End of the price. We're all done.
Okay.
Not so fast, buddy. Because as soon as you fix something, one of y'all are going to want to do something new to it.
To the thing you just fixed.
Whatever you fix, whatever you clean, whatever you reorganize, you're going to go out and buy something, do something for that said project. And you never think about it in the moment because you figure, okay, X amount of dollars were done here, right?
Okay.
The next thing you know, now you're in Target looking at stuff. Or you're at Home Depot, or you're at Lowe's. It happens every single time.
Can you give me
on both sides?
Can you give me?
There's good people and bad people on both sides.
Can you give me an example of how a stoop being fixed cost you more money than just the stoop?
Because then she's going to want to put stuff on the stoop.
Okay.
Where there was nothing on the stoop before.
Where there was no stoop clutter.
Because it was an ugly stoop. Now that it looks nice, hey, let's decorate it. Let's go spend a couple $100.
The phone number is 252-WCMF, 252-9263. This might be the smartest thing you've ever said. Because you can't do a damn thing around your house, in your house, without that hidden cost you're describing showing up.
Mm-hmm.
And what further sucks is, like, if you get a quote from someone, or you figure out if you're going to do it yourself around the house, what something's going to cost, you can anticipate, at least in your head, how much more it's going to be, right? The price that they quote you is never what you end up paying.
Yeah.
What sucks about this hidden cost is there is no way to even estimate what you're going to spend
it's
on
the
the
blue
back
sky.
end. Yeah, you're right. Are men or women bigger offenders with
I think
this
it's
stuff?
both sides.
No, I'm saying like when it comes to the extreme, who's more extreme with it? Would you say you or your wife spends more when a project gets done to make the project look nicer?
Oh, it's my wife because she loves to decorate.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So like if you like do something in the backyard, like with the landscaping, right? Like you're not apt to spend a whole bunch of money around that thing.
A little.
Oh, no, I'm asking.
I mean, I said both sides. Both sides are guilty.
Because, like, my wife absolutely does this.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely does this. And you're right. It's the extra money you have to spend. But I can admit, like, so I got to do a deep garage cleaning coming up, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I know that, one, I'm going to go buy a bunch of stuff that I already have because I can't find it because it's actually in the garage under all this stuff and I need it to clean and I can't get to it. And then after the garage is clean, like I do every year, I'm going to buy stuff to, like, help organize the garage.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Which I do every year, and it never makes it any better, and the stuff ends up breaking or I lose it. So I'm going to spend, on top of the 4 or 5 hours deep cleaning my garage, an extra $200 on all that stuff, right?
Easily. It happens to everything. And I also know, like, if we're talking and my wife has a follow-up question with the guy, I know that's going to cost a couple $100. Because I got burned bad with trees one year. The guy came to the dude.
Did you hear what you just said out loud? I got burned bad with trees.
Bad. $700 burned bad with trees.
You spent $700 on trees?
So we had to prune this ginormous tree we had in the back.
Okay.
And then my wife says to the guy, hey, can you just look at these 2 other trees in the front?
Okay.
Future project.
Sure.
But he's going like, well, I'm here now. We can just knock it out now.
Okay, yeah, all right.
Okay.
All right.
Okay,
Great,
knock it out.
great,
Knock
great.
it out. $700. Knock it out now.
But that's different.
I wasn't planning on spending another $700.
Okay, that's different. That was something you were eventually going to have to get done.
Okay, and this is what happens.
What?
Eventually, maybe it never happens.
Okay. Look, man, there's a difference between we were going to do this eventually, so here's $700 now, as opposed to there's an iron frog sprinkler where the water comes out of its mouth and he's sitting on a lily pad and that just spoke to me, and for some reason that cost $400.
But it's all hidden costs.
Okay.
It is. You see how you're justifying it now? Because now you're just spending another $700 you didn't think you were going to have to spend.
Okay, okay, all right.
And by the way, money's money. It doesn't care who's holding it.
Man.
So, like, if it's happening now or happening 5 years from now, I'd rather spend it 5 years from now.
No,
because maybe
why?
I die and I don't have to spend it.
252 WCMF 252-9263. Tommy just got a stoop fix at his house, and he knows that
stooping. I got stooped after I did the stooping.
The spouse hidden cost is on the way, because whenever you do a project, the money you spend, whether you do it yourself or you have somebody else do it for you, right? Your spouse or you are going to spend more money to make that thing look nicer that you didn't have to do when it looked like crap before.
Mm-hmm.
So there is a way to stop this from happening.
No, there isn't.
No, there is.
It's impossible. And you got to give me one of these Nancy Reagan advice.
What does that even mean?
Just say no.
Well, no, like Nancy, that's the third time you've brought up Nancy Reagan this week.
Is it really?
Are you watching a documentary or something?
No. Maybe I should, though. What?
You can have the conversation up front. Hey, we're not going to do this. Let's
Oh,
not do
that
this.
always
No,
works.
I'm serious, right? Like, if we're going to spend the money on X, we cannot spend the money
That's right.
on YZ. No, that's not a...
So how many times has your wife just, hey, I'm gonna go do a few things.
Mm-hmm.
Here comes 5 bags from Home Goods. You weren't there.
You're right.
You didn't discuss that.
You're right. But if you have the
And it's
conversation...
always 5 bags. Like, my wife can't carry anything. 5 Home Good bags, she's Schwarzenegger coming in the house.
You're telling me if you had...
Bulging muscles, just dropping bags.
You're telling me if you had the conversation with your wife up front, we're not going to spend this money after, right, we agree, that she would disrespect you in that way and go get that stuff without your permission?
Oh, totally disrespect.
I love how a second ago mom should be XYZ, and now all of a sudden, oh, you can't stop from doing nothing.
Yeah,
Women
I
these
can't.
days. You've never tried to have the discussion, though. And I think that's a fair discussion. If you're going to drop a significant amount of money on something or significant amount of time of you doing it yourself
Right.
on something around the house, that's a fair discussion to have.
But don't you think your wife always has a way of wiggling out of it better than we do?
Unless she doesn't realize, and here's the thing, we also fall victim to not realizing how much we're spending when we do something like this. Because, you're not factoring in the cost of what you just spent to fix or improve or do something else. So when you have that talk up front, maybe your wife doesn't want to. Maybe you don't want to go spend that extra money knowing what you already spent.
But don't you want the house to look nice?
But it does look nice.
Yeah, but now it looks really nice. It looks presentable.
Okay, there's another option. Just to keep it from happening.
What's that?
You want to go with her when she goes to Home Goods and Home Sense and Home?
No, God, no.
Okay.
No.
Because if you went with her, you could be the voice of reason every time you're in there. Do we need this? Where does this go? How do you think it's going to look? Is it worth the money?
I'm gonna flop anyway.
You know,
how many times has your wife asked you your opinion,
mm-hmm.
and then she goes and does exactly what she was going to do in the first place?
No, that happens every single time.
Right, and that's how that's going to end up.
But here's the thing: this is something you obviously feel passionate about. You wouldn't have brought it up if you were
passionate, but
I'm also a coward.
Yes, and a known hider.
Okay, so that's what it comes down to, and I understand too. In your position, you don't really have a leg to stand on.
Oh, go ahead.
No,
go ahead, Big Daddy, in your own house.
No, you're my friend.
Oh, yeah, really?
You don't.
Is that how you treat your friends?
It's her house.
Thank God you never bring it up.
No, but it's her house. Like, how are you going to look at her?
Well, that's what I'm saying. So I'm screwed.
Yeah, well, yes.
I'm already 10 points behind.
In your case, you're screwed.
All right. Well, tell me the big secret there, shared dude.
No, I just said it. I mean,
what do you do?
I think that it's fair to look someone in the face and say, hey, this is what I think we should do with our money. We don't need this. We just spent this much. Do you agree?
And she knows this. And you know that. And we're both guilty of it. I've done it.
Okay. I think that's where the discussion becomes important, though, because, you know, you do have those times where, like, you get in a store you like and you realize, you know, we just did this thing, and then you kind of just go blank.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you have that discussion, maybe you don't go blank.
So the other problem is Amazon.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
She ain't got to go anywhere.
That's a really good point.
So I just had all that stuff power washed, like pro style.
Sure.
Because the stuff was, like, old and grimy. So I'm thinking, well, you know, now that it's all done professionally, I should just get, like, a standard, like, power washer, and I'll do it every year. I don't want to pay the guy anymore.
Yeah. So you're doing it.
Pull the trigger on that.
Wait, you came in here and talked about your wife worrying.
Bro, I'm talking 4,000 PSI.
I would have you could have borrowed my power washer.
I'm going to schlep all the way out to your house, which is out in the middle of nowhere.
Okay.
And by the way, I know you don't take care of your power wash.
I take care of my power washer.
No, you don't.
No, you know what I do?
When's the last time you power washed anything?
Last summer.
What'd you power wash?
My deck and my garage.
Oh, look at you.
Yeah, no big deal. You know why I take care of my power washer? Because I feel like a Ghostbuster when I use it. It's a lot of fun. Take that, Slimer.
So I got one coming tomorrow.
Okay, so now you've created an even bigger problem for yourself. I forget the hypocrisy of the last 15 minutes of the conversation we've been having, right? Because you went and purchased something, you can no longer say a word if your wife goes and buys like plants or statues or an orb for out on your stoop.
Yeah, we have a lot of orbs.
Well, okay, can I quick sidebar on the conversation? What's the orb for?
I think when the light hits it, it creates like a dazzling effect in your garden. You know, that obviously the flowers can't pull up by themselves.
How much does an orb cost?
Bro, orbs?
No, I'm serious.
Pick a number. You can go chintz orb to like high-end orb.
Timmy, you know what I'm talking about here. Timmy and
I'm familiar with the word. I don't know what they do.
So it's
single. Some single guy does orbs.
Funny that you say that. I'm actually in conversations with a human being that just said, I need somebody to power wash. I said, I might know a guy. And it turns out I know two. Can I borrow that?
You need a power washer?
I know somebody who needs power.
Yeah, no, Tommy, he'll let you borrow his power washer.
I haven't even gotten it yet, and I'm already
I will be your first.
Timmy will be your first.
Can't wait.
Timmy, can you Google what an orb costs? What are those orbs? Because you don't know.
No, but you could go high end.
Well, what's a high end orb cost?
I bet you could spend $1,000.
No, who's going to spend $1,000 on a circle?
Some of these high end garden centers have like super expensive stuff.
I don't get the point of it, man.
I don't either. I don't like tchotchkes in the yard.
What do we got, Timmy?
16 cents.
No, okay, that's not what we're talking about here.
A 16-cent orb.
That must be a different kind of currency.
Is it called an orb? Like, what's it even called? A sphere?
Sphere, orb. Isn't that the same thing?
Well, I don't know.
Orb and a sphere.
Sphere, it had an orb. 252-WCMF, 252-9263. Tommy's talking about the hidden cost of the projects you're doing at home, whether somebody else does it for you or you're doing it yourself, and it has nothing to do with the quotes going up and everything to do with the money you're spending to make that thing you just spent money on look better. Potted plants, iron frogs, orbs, spheres. Timmy, what do we got?
$6.
You're okay, fine. This is not what we're... God.
I don't know. You at Google too?
I'm talking to a radio show. Always great to have Timmy in filling in for Kimmy, who I'm never going to forgive for going California or Nashville or Florida, wherever the hell she is this morning. We got Facebook messages coming in. You can always get us at WCMF or the Break Room Facebook page. This comes in from John, and I think it was before you revealed what you just revealed. I bet Tommy always spends more money to make things look nice. It's just the way he is. Look at his outfit. I'm watching him on the live stream today. Duffy's right. He does look like a book of carpet samples.
All right, I gave your mama rug burns last night.
I didn't say John agreed. All right, so your moral of the story here is that you're going to spend this money, then you're going to spend more money, and there's nothing you can do to stop it.
And you think about it, all these stores are designed hidden costs. If you think like Lowe's and HomeSense and Home Goods and Target, this is the time of the year where they put all that stuff out front.
No, you're right. Like for a store like Home Depot and Lowe's especially, like it's a store full of necessary things that are surrounded by completely unnecessary things.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying?
And it's all the shiny stuff's up front. There's a reason why all the grills are up front right now. And I know it's grilling season, but there's a reason why. And they put like the high end to the chintz. Goes all the way in. That's always by the contractor center.
You're right.
But the fancy ones are the Cadillacs are up front.
You're absolutely right.
Because like if you clean your deck, if you power wash your deck, right? Clean it all up, looks good. Then you go, you know what, man? I gotta get. You know what would be nice out here?
What's that?
Outdoor bar. Oh yeah.
That would be really nice.
Beer miser.
Ooh.
Wine cooler.
Ooh.
How about a Yeti, like one of those Yeti coolers out there?
Okay, but now we're into like $4,000 in, bro.
Yeah, that's what people do.
Okay.
That's why everybody's goddamn broke ain't got $400.
That's why everybody goddamn broke ain't got $400.
Because you yetied your future away.
All right, so it does get to a point where you should know better, right? You're old enough to know better. And that's actually the theme of this next story.
What's that?
Well, there is a man who was in trouble after a regular-ass traffic stop. Police discovered something on his car that was a little unusual.
Oh.
And we'll tell you what that thing was. However, in stories you've seen like this before, it was guys who were at an age where they either thought they could get away with it or did not understand how much trouble they could be in.
Right.
In this case, you can't really make that argument. And we'll get into it next here at the Break Room on 96.5 WCMF. The best part about being young, Tommy,
What's that?
people are willing to cut you some slack.
Yeah.
You're expected to do stupid stuff. And sure, you're going to get yelled at and people are going to call you an idiot, but you chalk it up to a lesson learned that you'll never do again for the rest of your life.
Mm-hmm.
The older you get, the less slack you will be cut.
Yeah, because you're supposed to be wise.
Exactly. And the story we have in front of us right now involves a man who, if we're being real, should know better.
All right.
You're hanging out in the break room. Rochester's Classic Rock 96.5. WCMF. Just after 7:45, you're going to get in an argument with this study.
Me?
Because this study says in TV and movies, these are down 40% over the last 25 years. And based on a take you've had for the last 2 or 3 years, you disagree, and I know.
All right.
And we'll get to it just after 7:45 here in the break room on CMF. Terrible time, Timmy, run to the board. Thanks for being here, buddy.
You got it.
Kimmy's still jet setting off. By the way, did anyone text Kimmy yesterday?
I did.
Okay, you did, but it was to ask her a question about work.
Yeah, it wasn't fun. How's she doing related?
Okay, so we figured out yesterday, despite the fact that she has been talking about this trip she was going on for a month.
Yeah.
You, me, did not know where she was.
Right.
We couldn't figure out where she was. You thought her husband was with her. He is not. Mm-hmm. So even after yesterday, where we were unsure where she was, nobody in the room texted her to figure out what she was doing.
We've narrowed it down to 3 states and 4 activities.
Okay. Yes. So we are the worst coworkers of all time.
Pretty much.
This story happened just east of us. And it starts with a normal traffic stop, Tommy.
Go have it.
Well, during that traffic stop, authorities noticed something a little strange about this man's car, specifically his inspection sticker.
Oh.
And it was determined, according to police, that his inspection sticker was fake, homemade.
Damn.
Unfortunately, we don't know what that sticker looked like because we've seen some of these stories in the past, Tommy, and they're hilarious.
Yes.
Do you remember that one guy? He tried to forge an inspection sticker in crayon.
Yeah, it wasn't even close.
No, not even, no. But how it looked isn't the interesting part of this story.
What is?
What makes this story unique, Tommy, the alleged inspection sticker forger is 63 years old.
Jesus Christ, man.
So because of what he's accused of doing, he has a court date upcoming, and he's facing a whole bunch of different charges. 63.
And you ain't got it together, man.
Okay.
60 goddamn 3? You're still pulling this move?
So you're judging him for being what you think is busted.
Oh, busted. You old and busted.
Okay, but bro, if you have a car that ain't going to pass inspection, cars are not cheap right now.
I understand.
Right?
I understand.
No, you don't understand based on the take that you have.
But at that age, you should have a little something going on. A little nest egg, a little something built up.
Okay, bro.
What?
No, at that age, you may be hemorrhaging cash. I mean, at 63, right? You could have kids that are buying homes. You could have taken care of that in some way.
Yeah, that's what he did.
Well, I don't know. I'm not going to sit here and judge a guy for not having the money to get an inspection or have a car that can't get past inspection.
If I see a guy that age, busted ass stickers, busted ass car, I'm guessing you squandered whatever you did away.
Oh my, did you just say that out loud? Man who said, I hope when I get into the afterlife that they don't tell me how much money I spent on pornography. You've said
That's not squandered money.
That's a quote, man. 252 WCMF, 252-9263. Now, I don't look at this man as busted.
What do you say?
Look, I look at a guy faking an inspection sticker at 63 years old as a man who's not showing his age, because faking an inspection sticker seems like more of a young man's game.
A dumb kid move.
Yes, you're dumb enough to think it'll work, and you're stupid enough at a young age, 18, 22, 25, not to consider the consequences. Like at 63, you've been around the block. You've got a better grasp on what crazy ideas will and won't work.
Right.
I don't really care that a 63-year-old man forged an inspection sticker. I'm offended that he thought he'd be able to get away with it at that age. Is that a fair take?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm guessing that's how he's lived his life.
What are the consequences, though?
So we found out last time we saw this story, Timmy, that not only are you going to get not having an inspection, you can be charged with forging government documents. Right. I mean, it's a state document or whatever it is, right?
No, I mean, you're in way deeper crap than just letting your inspection go.
And I would understand why at 22 years old, you may not understand how severe this could be. But at 63, you have the wherewithal, right, to think this could get really, really bad for you.
You've seen, you've heard, you've been around a little bit.
All right. So based on this story, and the phone number is 252-WCMF, 252-9263, are you more or less likely to try and get one over, pull scams, the older you get. And I ask folks that are getting older, I ask folks that are watching their parents getting older, because even though, Tommy, you know better, and you'll get less slack if you get caught, you may think I've been around long enough where I can see holes in the system, man, that I can exploit, man. Because if we're talking about cutting corners, I mean, you're the king of cutting corners.
King cut?
Yeah. Am I wrong?
What am I cutting?
Well, no, I mean, like, any way you can, you will try to not do what you are obligated to do.
Well, I do try to, like, scale it back.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Right? So, I mean, can't you make the same argument you're making about this guy for all the things you refuse to do?
Yeah, but I like to think I'm getting better at it as I age.
Based on
what you can get away with and what you can't.
Okay, so you think that you have the wisdom to know where you are stepping too far in your skates?
Yeah, I think you learn how to work the system. You know where the margins are.
Okay.
You know what I mean? You know what you can say, what you can't say, what you can do, what you
Wait,
can't do, what you can wear,
game.
what you can't wear. Yeah, you learn.
Yeah.
What?
Nothing. You're right. When I look at you, I look at a man who knows what he can and can't say because he's wise enough to have been around the block.
See?
I mean, look, the more we have this discussion and the more you talk, maybe you're more likely to try and pull these moves as you get older, because dads and grandpas love to tell you all the things that they have that they shouldn't have. They discuss things that they do that are borderline illegal. Yeah. Remember that day we talked about spray painting squirrels? Yes. And every guy called up the show and told you how to spray paint a squirrel?
Yeah, which you're not supposed to do.
Discounts that they get that you probably shouldn't get?
Wasn't that one guy he straight up stole?
Yeah.
With his grandkids?
Yes, right. Yeah, that guy called.
Yes. At the lunch meet.
He was hiding stuff on his grandson to shoplift from Wegmans. And the person that called us said he did not have to do it. He had the money to buy whatever he wanted. Sure. But he felt he had the wisdom to get away with it.
But that's a foolish old man.
You were laughing while it was disturbing.
Well, you got to laugh if you're wrapping your grandchildren in cold cuts.
252 WCMF, 252-9263. 63-year-old man just east of us. Normal traffic stop. Cops noticed that he had a false inspection sticker.
Which means he had to work on that.
Yes, he did.
Like, that's what really chaps my ass. Pulling a move in the moment's one thing. You sat down with scissor and paper and, like, started creating, like, arts and crafts, knowing this is dumb. Like, there was so many times that, like, put this down, don't do this.
Seems like more of a young man's game. Yeah. 252 WCMF. Let's talk to Armand. Hey, Armand, what's up, buddy?
What's up, man? So back in the day, before I was like a responsible adult, and I used to need a rental car, I used to forge, like a utility bill, just because I knew the system, and I, got away with it for years until I was like, all right, let me turn in an actual bill so I can get a rental car.
All right, so Tommy's making a face because he doesn't understand how this works, because as much as he was busted, he wasn't this busted. Sometimes they need proof of what you make and what you spend before they'll give you a car without the credit.
Yeah, you got to bring a bill in?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so if you don't have a credit card, you got to use a debit card, but you got to show that you, pay bills as well. So I used to forge, like the utility bill, come in and go, all right, here's your rental car. And I'm like, yes, it works. So
because if you got pinched,
it didn't work.
Wouldn't that be auto theft?
Well, I don't know if it's theft, but I mean...
Yeah, because you took a car that you weren't qualified to rent.
And you are forging documents that
that sounds like you are so stupid.
It was just a little forgery. I wasn't hurting
you didn't say it was little forgery.
A touch of forgery, Tommy. Yes. A touch of forgery. Yeah. That's all it was. But Armand... I'm sorry, go ahead, buddy. I didn't mean to cut you off.
Nah, you go ahead.
I mean, Armand, how old are you now?
About to be 30 in August.
All right, congratulations.
You're still a kid.
Well, but here's the thing, man. There's no
guarantee. Old ass voice.
I hope our.
I'd rather have an old ass voice than an old ass face.
But here's the thing, and Armand, I hope I'm wrong when I say this, but there's nothing that says Armand doesn't hit a rough patch when he's 50, 60 years old. And the fact that he has that in his back pocket could benefit him.
Okay.
I mean, it's illegal.
Yeah. It ain't cheating unless you get caught. So, I'm down to continue to do if I can get away with it.
Yeah, but here's the thing, Armand. Here's the thing. With this story here with the 63-year-old man who got caught, and you, Armand, let's say at 54, if you get caught forging an RG&E bill to rent a car, it ain't funny anymore. It's sad.
Yes.
Yeah, it's pathetic. But, for now, I'm going to live and then learn after.
Put that on a T-shirt, man. Armand, thanks for the call, buddy. I appreciate it.
Yep.
That's the other thing, too.
What's that?
I guess the older you get, the more experience you have with cutting corners and trying to beat the system. Because once you learn how to do something, you have that knowledge in your head for the rest of your life, right? So, like, I like to believe, because you know how busted I was. You know how busted I was.
Bro, I was there.
I like to believe that, personally, if I ended up back in a really bad financial spot, I'd be okay because I know how to work the system. You don't think that? Because you were busted too.
Yeah, but you're older. The system's changed.
Okay.
Well, you know what I mean? Like, technology has changed.
Sure.
Like, I wouldn't even know how to pull half the moves I did back then. I mean, because they're not even useful moves anymore. Like, one of my big moves was always playing Beat the Bank.
Yeah.
Like, you got paid on Friday, but you needed something on a Wednesday, so you'd float a check. Hopefully, you got that deposit in before the check showed up. But that skill's not even needed anymore.
And by the way, we see people arrested for that all the time.
Yeah, it just happened locally.
Yeah.
I don't know what restaurant, doesn't matter, but that's a crime now. Skirting. I don't know.
It was a crime. It was always a crime. It was always a
We just called it Beat the Bank, like
Yes.
it was a game show.
No, Timmy brings up a great point. Like the folks that own the all those restaurants here in town, that's what they're being accused of. Now they're accused of doing it to the tune of $18 million.
It was more like
Yeah, moving money around, right? Because okay. Yeah. But that's what you're describing.
But I couldn't pull that off anymore. I didn't get paid by a check anymore.
No, I know what you mean.
You know
All
what I
right,
mean?
but some things change, some things don't. And to your point about technology, though, going back to this initial story of the 63-year-old man arrested for having an allegedly fake inspection sticker, you're right. Like 25 years ago, if that inspection sticker looked close enough, you weren't going to get pulled over. Now, we don't know why this man was pulled over in the first place, but it's possible that one of the plate scanners...
Yeah, when the cops go cruising through a parking lot.
Yeah, caught he was uninspected.
Right.
And the sticker being fake or not, or looking like it was real or not, wasn't going to matter. Yeah, because when it was going to come up uninspected.
Was this in New York State?
It was just east of us, just past Victor, I think.
Okay, so in New York State, like this year, the stickers changed. They don't have the... Yeah. So that might be... Like if the guy's got a 2025 thing that looks like it's 2024, everybody knows that.
Yeah. They look stupid now. Have you seen the new inspection sticker?
If he's got a 2025 one that looks like a 2024, it's like, hey, this guy just created this on his own.
We got Facebook messages coming in. You can always get us at WCMF or the Break Room Facebook page. This comes in from Dale. Dale, I'm looking at his picture. He looks like an older guy.
Okay.
Dale writes us and says, the older you get, the more you have to cut corners. I don't have enough money to retire, but I don't plan on working the rest of my life. I don't have all the time in the world to do things the way that I used to. Time is becoming more precious. You should scam as much as possible the older you get. Thoughts?
All right, I'm sure there's some old cats that think that way.
No, but let's talk about that theory. And again, we are not encouraging you to do anything illegal because this guy who was caught, again, could be facing some very serious charges. But when you start thinking about, we had that discussion a couple of months ago. I forget what you were buying where they told you it's the last one you'll ever need.
Oh, it was an appliance.
Okay. Yeah, the last stove you'll ever need. I mean, Tommy, with all due respect, you are not 25 anymore.
Yeah.
So every hour that you spend doing something is an hour that comes off the end of your life that is rapidly approaching.
Yeah.
The darkness is coming for you.
Yeah, I'm looking at it.
All right. So, I mean, if you don't think it's important, why would you spend that time doing it?
All right, cut corners. All right.
Yeah.
Well, maybe this is going to be the rise of the older scammer.
Well, it's funny, though, man. You say the rise of the older scammer. I think of someone like your old man. He was trying to pull scams in his 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, right?
Yeah.
Maybe it's been this way the whole time.
It could have been.
And it's also possible that every person in their 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s are doing this, and this is just one of the few guys that got caught.
Like, I'm trying to think like how my father navigated it around. He liked to go out and drink.
Okay.
And my mother had dementia at the time, but she was also the designated driver because she gave up drinking.
Hey.
So he would let her drive, and he would have to like when a small plane, like the pilot dies, and they got to talk him in. That's the way my father would teach my mother how to drive.
She had dementia, and she was driving his drunk ass home. He was drunk while he was doing this too.
Oh, and bro, I'm talking old man Elks Lodge, Southern, $1.50 a shot, drunk. Friday night, 11 o'clock, early 80s.
Okay.
Both of them were in their 80s.
All right.
And he's like telling her how to get home. But to him, it goes, it's legal. She wasn't drinking. She wasn't allowed to drive.
Okay.
But it's Florida. They never took her license. My mother had dementia. They never took her license away.
Do they take your license away for having dementia here in New York? Because we've seen some incidents.
I don't know. Once you get diagnosed, I don't know. But they never test you down there.
Hey. 252 WCMF, talking about cutting corners as you get older. As you get older, you should know better. Yeah. You'll get slack as a young man for doing something like forging an inspection sticker at 63. Maybe not so much. Josh is on CMF. Hey, Josh, what's up, buddy?
Hey, how's it going? Real quick, it's an honor to be on the show. I've been listening to you guys for a while. But
happy to make dreams come true, Josh.
Thank you. I heard you guys talking about that, the guy that got caught with his inspection sticker. Mm-hmm. And it reminded me, I pulled up to the gas station one day, and this guy was, leaning out of his truck. He was in his truck but standing, in the driver section, leaning over, and I noticed he was coloring over his yellow inspection sticker with a red Sharpie.
You were witnessing a forgery in progress, Josh.
I did. I don't know. I don't think he knew I was watching, and I don't know. I thought of that immediately. It was really funny.
How long ago was this?
This was within the last 6 months.
Okay, so he was going to get popped on that plate reader anyway, right? That shows up that you're uninspected, right? The plate reader.
Well, they colored it in on the windshield if he was outside of the car.
Well, no, because there are some people that. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's a great point. What an idiot.
I mean, when he got done, I looked over, and from a distance, it looked legit. So
Josh got fooled, and he watched it happen. Josh, great to talk to you, buddy. Thanks for the call. I appreciate it.
Yep, thanks, guys.
All right, so maybe this is more common than we thought, because we've seen people arrested for this before. Mm. We have this story in front of us. We just heard Josh's story, and now Johnny's on CMF. Hey, Johnny, what's up, buddy?
What's up, guys?
Yo.
I'm not proud of it, but I'm only 41, and I just printed out my own inspection sticker and had it on for 6 months.
Okay, now let's talk about a couple of things that you just said. Because the word only in the sentence only 41 was doing a lot of heavy lifting there, Johnny. A lot of heavy lifting. Because I would think at 41 you should know better.
Well, I'm nervous what I'm going to do when I'm 65.
So why did you have to do this?
It's an emissions inspection, correct?
Mm-hmm.
My fuel sensor was throwing errors to the computer, and I couldn't get it inspected. So that's $1,000 to have it replaced. That has nothing to do with emissions.
That's the principle of the thing, Tommy!
Exactly. So I colored it, and I put it on my windshield.
But if you get popped, it's going to cost you way more than $1,000.
Yeah, it definitely would.
I'd rather just float it on a card and fix the damn thing.
Well, but you're assuming Johnny's got the space on the card. Johnny,
Johnny's got it.
Did you have the grand if you needed to spend it?
Yeah.
Okay, now you're an idiot. Johnny, I would understand if you're up against it, man, kids, mortgage, that I get. If you got the money and you ain't spending it, that makes you dumb, Johnny.
I'm not against it with money. I'm against it with time. And, the principle. It's an emissions test.
All right. I'm sure the judge would definitely listen to what you have to say in court when you said that.
Yeah, Johnny says,
F the air. Hey, quick question. Where's the talent? Where's Kimmy?
We don't know where she is. We know she took the day off. We have no idea where she is.
Wasn't she off yesterday?
She's off for the rest of the week and Monday and possibly Tuesday. This is how bad we are at being coworkers. We know she's gone.
We know she's out west.
Yeah. Well, no, we don't know she's out west. We're not totally sure. We know she got on a plane. We know she is gone until at least Monday. We know she's either at a bachelorette party or visiting family. And here's the thing, Johnny. She has told us this to our faces for a month.
Yeah, she was very excited.
Yes, and Tommy and I listened so poorly, we have no idea what she's doing.
You guys suck. Goodbye.
Yes, thanks, Johnny. Have a good rest of the day. All right, let's take a break.
You just got hung up on somebody who forges signatures.
That's a great point, man. You start this break with going, inspection forger's a piece of crap. And man who is admitted forger inspector called us a piece of crap, and he's right. You are not going to agree with this.
All right.
Because according to a new study, these inside movies and television shows are down 40%.
What I'm seeing.
Yes. Okay. There are 40% fewer of these over the last 25 years today compared to 25 years ago.
All right.
And based on something you say you see all the time in the movies you're watching and shows you're watching, well, no, I don't know who's wrong. Or you're just watching these specific shows a lot for some reason. We'll get into it next here in the break room on 96.5 WCMF. based on what we have in front of us, there are fewer sexual deviants walking around today than there were 25 years ago. However, I know you're going to disagree with what I'm about to tell you because either this study is wrong or for some reason you are only watching these types of shows and movies. Well, look, we're going to find out.
Right.
You're hanging out in the break room, Rochester's Classic Rock 96.5, WCMF. We'll jump right into it.
Yeah.
A new study on television and movies shows that since the year 2000, there are 40% fewer sex scenes in movies and television.
So like Netflix and stuff like that?
Movies and television. That's how they define it. And I would assume that streaming services count for that.
Yeah, would have to.
So tell me, if I were to look at you in the face and say there are almost half as many sex scenes in movies and TV shows today as there were 24, 25 years ago, you would say?
Wrong.
Why?
Because now with Netflix and all these other services, they can be as raw as they want. And they are.
Sure. How so? What do you mean?
Bro, I'm seeing more downstairs action.
What, like they're shooting scenes in basements? I'm confused as to what you're saying.
Oh, the basement's showing up.
Yeah.
Because somebody's hitting that sump pump. I'm seeing all kind of nasty. I just watched one show where there was some backdoor stuff. Yeah.
That's not the basement. That's the back door.
Well, it's also down there.
The voice you're hearing, terrible time, Timmy sitting in for Kim who's on vacation. Wait a minute. Wait, say that again?
I just watched a show recently.
Yeah.
Where backdoor action.
Wait, they did a documentary about your mom? Backdoor Edith is on Netflix now?
I'm saying all kind of the amount of dogs I see on these shows.
No, that's what it is. Because you have said into a microphone on the show before that there is like 1,000
raw donging all over the place, swinging dongs, ass cheeking.
By the way, it's not just the scenes going away. The study goes further. It says entire movies and TV shows are now more sex-free. The number of movies with no sex scenes, according to this, has gone down from 50% to 20%. So now 20, let me try this again. Back in 2000, 50% of movies had no sex scenes at all. Nope, let me try this again. In 2000, 20% of movies had no sexual content scenes at all. Today, television movies, 50% of them do not have sexual content.
Wow. 'Cause usually, if I'm watching like an adult series, it's going to get raw. That's why I watch it.
To see the dong.
To see everything.
252-WCMF, 252-9263. I mean, look, I'm kind of with you on this. Like, it does seem like everything's got way more sex in it now.
I just don't buy my wife and I's reaction to stuff. Like, okay, when is this going to stop? Because it gets kind of porno-y.
Gets kind of porno-y.
And I know, like, my wife's going to be appalled, and I'm going, yeah, I used to watch that kind of stuff, but all right.
Well, look, I mean, it's possible that you and your wife and me and my wife are just watching specific shows that seem to have more of this than others.
But I always thought, like, most of these shows are pretty popular, like, on Netflix.
Yeah, I mean, but just because those shows are the most popular doesn't mean that the rest of the shows have sexual content.
So maybe I'm mistaking graphic scene as sexual content.
They count that. I think they count nudity as that, too.
How about, like, when they show people relieving themselves?
Oh, my God, are you serious right now?
What does that fall under?
Just in a scene, like they're in a bathroom
or against a wall.
That's not sexual content. Weirdo.
But it's graphic.
It's not sexual content,
bro. I can see the stream.
It's only sexual content if you're getting excited watching it. What are you looking at?
But wouldn't that be considered graphic imagery?
Well, but graphic imagery is different than sexual content.
But they kind of kind of touch.
That is not sexual. What you're describing is not sexual.
See, they touch.
Stop doing that.
See, that's tinkle.
No.
This is sex. And they're going like this.
252-WCMF, 252-9263. Let's talk. We're loaded with Joshes today.
I bet you are.
Says man who watches every show with bare dongs on it.
Not every show, just dongs.
Josh is on, you watch a new series on Netflix called Dongs?
Yeah.
Let's talk to Josh. Hey, Josh, how are you, buddy?
Good, about yourself?
Good, what you got?
So I think the percentage is misleading because there's way more movies and TV shows being made.
Ooh, that's a good point.
Same amount of graphical content.
That's a really content. Yeah, no, he's right. I mean, like back if you were to watch television in 1999, right? You had just what was on CBS, ABC, NBC, cable.
You weren't seeing anything.
Yeah, you're right. With all of the new content, Josh, that they have to put on streaming services, that's a really, really good point. Because, Josh, do you find more sexual content when you're watching streaming stuff with you or your girlfriend or your boyfriend or your wife or whoever?
Not really. Me and my wife see the same amount of stuff. It's just there's way more to watch.
I have this theory too, and I
Josh, thanks for the call, buddy. Have a good rest of the day.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because the one thing that grosses me out now is when they show people puking.
Okay.
And they show actual puking, right? I mean, it's just gross. Like before, like it was like the head was in the toilet, but you didn't see nothing. Like now, it's like I always say, every time I see open puking, I'm gonna see a dong. There's a dong a coming.
What are you?
Every time there's open vomit, I'm gonna see a dong a coming.
There's a dong a coming is my favorite Ribs Arkansas song.
There's a dong a coming. Better hide them kitties because it's gonna be around about 20 minutes.
Okay, I'm glad you didn't rhyme because we would have had to.
I know.
Burping, excuse me. Wait, what does that have to do? Why would puke lead to dong?
It just does. Or the other thing I'm seeing is guys rubbing it out.
I don't know. Are you? Can I?
No, they don't show it,
no,
but they show like the thing.
No, I can think of 3 movies from back in the day that had that.
Yeah, but those are like Porky's. Okay,
no, American Beauty,
Animal House with Belushi.
American Beauty had that.
Right, but that was very rare to see. There's a lot more like rubbing out action.
In the last 6 months, how many times have you seen that in a show or a movie?
I bet you 3 times, which is a ton of rubbing. That's a lot, Pat, in a Christian society.
252-WCMF, 252-9263. Again, since the year 2000, a new study says there are 40% fewer sex scenes in movies today compared to back in the day. TV shows included. Also, the number of movies with no sex scenes has gone from 50% to 20%.
That's way down.
This man normally does not come with good content, but he might have a point here.
All right.
252-WCMF. Ben's on CMF. Hey, Ben, how are you, buddy?
Pretty good. How you guys doing?
Good, man. What you got?
So, my theory is that it's everything that's popular right now is superheroes, movies, and TV shows.
I mean, he's not wrong. Like with the Marvel Cinematic Universe, the DC Cinematic Universe, the Star Wars universe, like you're not going to see like Luke Skywalker cranking one out in Tatooine.
Exactly. No, it's just implied incest when he makes out with Princess Leia.
You didn't have to go there, Ben.
Hey, everybody knows. Everybody knows, dude. But yeah, I find more like that, like sexual stuff on HBO Max because they actually have a show called Naked Attraction where I think it's a British show. Everybody's completely nude, and that's how they meet. Is on this show where they're completely naked.
All right, Ben. Thank you. Thank you for the call, man. I really appreciate it. Have a good rest of the day. Now, you know I'm not a big stream and show watch guy.
Yeah.
But my wife has like her specific shows that she loves. Mm-hmm. And look, to the point that I'm with you on the less sexual content stuff, I don't see it. Every show my wife watches has a scene where if I look up at a certain point, I'm like, oh my God.
It's graphic.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
And like what's weird about it is like that's not my wife's steez, right? Like it's not her style. But she will... Like, it doesn't keep her from continuing to watch the show.
Yes.
Right? Like Game of Thrones. Holy crap.
That was violent and sexual.
Outlander. Same thing. Yeah. Holy crap. She's watching.
Horny-ass dragon.
She's watching this new show now. It's like set in like, I think it's like feudal Japan or something. It's like karate, but sex.
All right.
I don't know. I haven't actually watched it yet, but I can hear it as I'm going to bed. And it's like, it sounds like sound effects of like chopping and then like moaning.
All right.
So either they're really sexually active loggers, or like I don't, and it's the same show, by the way. Yeah. It's the same show with just different characters, right? Like, ooh, this guy's a hero. Ooh, he's set in some weird time period we're not used to. Ooh, they're having a lot of sex. Hey, do you know this? Do you know which one I'm talking about, Timmy? Do you know what show I'm talking about?
Not a clue.
No, because I watch it all too.
No, you're not watching this one. What is it? No, it's like Kung Fu J.O. I don't know.
Kung Fu J.O.?
I don't know what it's called, but I know
Everybody
it's popular.
Everybody was Kung Fu J.O.
right, let's take a break. Actually, the discussion we just had perfectly illustrates why I am so worried about this next discussion.
Why?
Well, look, the American dream is your kids doing better than you.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
And not just financially, but as human beings, right? Like we all have, we know mistakes, the mistakes our parents made.
Yeah.
And we don't want to make those same mistakes on our kids.
Right.
And there are things that you look back and go, if only my parents did X, Y, Z, maybe I could have been something different. What gets scary, though, is when you realize your kids are not you for the better.
Right.
Because it's on you not only to continue them down that path, but not screw it up.
All right.
And I'll explain everything I mean based on something that happened last night next to the break room on 96.5 WCMF. Nothing will make you feel like more of an idiot
Then what?
having children. And that's just trying to figure out how to raise them in the first few years. But then, Tommy, when school shows up, it creates a whole new ball of issues.
Like what?
Well, if you ain't all that smart and your kid or kids show some promise that you never had, it can be super exciting as long as you ensure you, the dumbass, don't do something to screw it up.
So stay out of the way?
Well, that's the question. You're hanging out in the break room, Rochester's Classic Rock 96.5, WCMF, just after 8:30 this morning.
Yeah, what's going to happen?
You know there's a hunting season that started yesterday?
I always thought hunting was fall.
So that's just it. And this is a fall animal, but there are hunters out yesterday morning with their rifles and bows or whatever.
So it's a spring shoot?
Yeah, but not for a spring animal. I'll explain. Just after 8:30 here in the break room on CMF. Big night for the Duffy family last night.
What happened?
My youngest, my 11-year-old, got an academic award at school.
So is this the first Duffy Brainiac Award that's been given at the school? Because your whole family went through the school.
Yeah, she's the third generation of Duffy's at Aquinas.
And this is the first, you so smart.
Yes, yeah. In fact, I believe
cool for her.
I believe even with the dozens of generations of Duffys across multiple continents, this might be the first academic award any of us have ever gotten.
This is so huge.
I'm super proud of her.
How could you not be?
She was very excited. And look, I'm not telling this story to be braggy dad.
All right.
I'm telling it because what we've walked into here as a family is something I know nothing about. For example, I was talking
Achievement?
I'm sorry, Einstein. Please tell me all about this. For example, last night I'm talking to one of the principals of the school before the event starts, and I go, "Hey, when did you guys start doing this?" And he looks at me like I'm an idiot, and he goes, "We've been doing this for decades."
He just was invited.
Yes, he says to me, "We definitely did this when you were here." I'm so dumb. Forget about winning an award.
Yeah.
I didn't even know the academic awards existed.
So you didn't even see it plastered on the walls. They have stuff going like the bulletin board.
No.
Would you just make sure you weren't in trouble and you kept going?
I don't know. Maybe they didn't tell the dumb kids that this even existed.
I mean, usually there's stuff on the wall.
Well, it was like a 7 o'clock ceremony. I don't know.
Right.
In fact, my daughter, we got a letter at home. We didn't even know what award she was winning. It was like this mystery thing, right? So the reason I bring this up, not to brag about my daughter, but with my youngest last night and my oldest, who also gets really good grades, I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing with them.
Stay out of the way.
Okay.
Well, because you weren't a good student. So how you all you could tell is what not to do.
Well, no, but you can't, as a father, stay out of the way. That's not how you be a good parent. And you can tell I'm dumb because I just used that sentence and I had a second to think about it. Look, you and I are dumb people. And I didn't expect my kids were going to be smarter than me because it's not something that you think about until all of a sudden it happens. Like, Tommy, those kids are a part of you, that you created them. You expect your kids to be like you. And when they start being better than you,
they're on their way.
It's a really weird feeling.
So what do you want to do?
All right, let me put it.
That you're not confident in.
Let me put it this way, and maybe
I can help you.
Maybe it'll illustrate where I'm at. On one hand, as a parent, if you are experiencing what I'm experiencing, you are super proud of your kids and you get all excited about not only, how great they feel about themselves, but the possibilities for them down the road.
Oh, yeah, the future.
But on the other hand, not only does it make you feel like a complete moron, right? Like the first time you don't understand your kid's homework, which is elementary school for most of us.
Yeah.
It also makes you worry that your dumb ass is going to ruin your smart kid because I can't help them. Yeah. I cannot help them in this realm in any way. I do not have that capacity. And after last night, watching my daughter walk across the stage and get this academic award, it really hit home like all you can do is mess this up.
Right, so you gotta step back.
Okay, what's stepping back?
Well, listen, man, I always say, when I call you a control freak or your wife's a control freak, I don't mean that as a negative. Like, to be a parent, to be a good parent, you have to be a control freak. But you got to know when and what levers to grab.
Oh, yeah?
That's right, son.
Please go on.
Because, my old man, because I was horrible at school. And I told you, my dad had an office in the house, right? Because he was a rich man. And rich man... If my son was smart. So, and I had to do my homework at his desk at night.
Okay.
So he could watch me do it. But he didn't know what he was watching. He didn't know what I was doing. He just knew I was doing it wrong, but he didn't know how to fix it. He would get so frustrated. but he couldn't figure out the answer either. So we were having a dumb off at his desk.
But you're describing exactly what I'm worried about.
Right, and he shouldn't have done that. He didn't know what he was doing. And he just made things worse. He didn't make anything any better. He still ended up with a dumbass kid. Matter of fact, he had 3 out of his 4 kids dumbasses.
So what should he have done then?
Backed off.
But you wouldn't have done it had he backed off of you.
Well, what did he get?
So there you go. That's not an answer.
No, it is an answer. He just made himself frustrated and didn't fix a goddamn thing.
No, but if he would have left you alone, you just would have not done it.
Not necessarily.
Guess what? I done it, and it didn't go so well.
Terrible time. Timmy's sitting in for Kimmy. She's off this week.
Sitting him on a chair and say, hey, fail in front of me is different than just like, hey, go figure it out. He could have gone and figured it out, but he never had an opportunity to figure it out. He sat there like a dummy and figured it out wrong next to some guy who couldn't help him figure it out.
No, but I know him because I was
Were
him.
you in that room?
I know you because I was you. We are we, right? I wouldn't have gone and figured it out had my dad sent me away, just like you wouldn't have. You just would have kept being the same dumbass like I would.
But the one thing you don't want to do in life is put somebody who's on a good path on a bad path.
Understood.
And that's where you are. Your kid right now is on a good path.
Uh-huh.
And she's doing great.
Sure.
I don't think you're going to get her any farther ahead on that path than she could just do on her own.
All right.
So you're going to misdirect her.
The phone number is 252-WCMF, 252-9263. Am I the only parent who's scared their dumb ass is going to ruin their smart kids? And I'm serious when I say this. It's a legitimate fear of mine because I don't want to be the one that holds my kid back. And I am starting to get to a point where I'm around my girls where when I say or do things, I'm like, oh, wait, whoa. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. Yeah. Oh, I shouldn't have said that. Like, I'm also scared, like, all of a sudden my genes are going to kick in at, like, 14, and it's all downhill from there. Because this is definitely mommy's side of the family coming out, what we're witnessing with these two.
Thanks for pointing that out.
Oh, shut up!
Wow, what an epiphany that is.
I love how man wants to brag about how great his grandson is. Thank God your genes are nowhere near that kid.
I want to point out, I said epiphany.
Don't sneeze anywhere near your step-grandson. God forbid something happens.
And what have I told you about my deal with grandparent?
What's that?
Just shut up. Just shut up. There's smarter people in the room. Let them handle it.
Okay, but I can't do that. I'm a father. I'm one half of their support system.
But you're the weaker end.
My parents used to try to do my brother's math homework for him because he was lazy.
Okay.
And they were not good at math.
Wait, he was lazy?
Yeah. Well, anyway.
He was the lazy one?
Well, I'm lazy, but I'm good at math. So I would be like, hey, get out of the way. I got it. My brother, I did like all the way through college. I took like 3 college classes for my brother.
And look where it got him.
Yeah. Well, actually, he's doing a whole lot better than me.
Back up Kimmy talking over here. 252-WCMF, 252-9263. My youngest, my 11-year-old last night, she got an academic award at this ceremony at school. We're all very proud of her. And, you know, her older sister also gets really good grades, right? At a school that I almost didn't graduate from. And this is not something I expected to happen. You assume your kids are going to be a lot like you, right? It's all their mother's influence. It's all their mother's genes, and I'm fine with that. What's starting to make me panic is we spend a lot of time together, and I want to be a good influence, and I'm legitimately starting to worry that my dumb ass is going to ruin their smart trajectory. Because I'll tell you, here's the problem.
All right.
As a parent, when you have this experience, and I know I am not the only parent that is going through this, you start to feel like you should be doing productive stuff with your kids all the time.
Academically.
Or anything.
Right.
Just something that'll expand their mind, man. Right? Like the stupid things that we enjoy doing together, I worry are now going to take them away from like bigger and better places. Like, Tommy, there are parents who enjoy like charting stars through telescopes with their kids.
Yeah.
There are parents who enjoy playing chess with their kids or making music with their kids. And those are all brain-pumping, smart kid things. You're just expanding, right? Your kid's sucking stuff in like a leaf.
A sponge.
Sucker.
Yes.
God,
a leaf sucker.
They see what I mean, man?
An intelligent leaf sucker.
My youngest and I, we watch The Simpsons together.
All right.
That's our bonding thing.
Cartoons.
Right? But that's what I did when I was a kid.
Right.
And look how I turned out.
I understand.
We could sit here and do 5 Simpsons references a day, which are hilarious, but it ain't going to help her get into college.
So, but you can't just start all of a sudden you being smart. You can't do that. Like, you're not going to wake up and go, you know what? Today, I'm going to be smart.
Well, I could do
smart guy.
I can do smarter things.
Yeah, but you're already behind the 8 ball when it comes to dumbassing.
I want to argue with you. I do.
And all you could do is smother them with love and and kindness and positivity, and let your wife handle the rest of it.
No, but like I shouldn't. I don't want my kids to think I'm an idiot. I don't think they know how dumb I am yet.
You know, we post this show every day.
My girls are not like, oh, we got to hear what Dad and Tommy said today.
But they may at some point.
Okay, eventually my kids are going to grow up. Look, and I know, again, I know this is super relatable. There gets to a point in your life where you get to an age where you realize your parents are not the smart people you thought they were, right? And
you see the flaws.
That can hit you hard. And I'm not even talking about the flaws. Like, I think you notice the flaws in your parents before you start to notice maybe they do not know what they think they know.
They're coming up a little short.
Fair? Is that a fair statement for everybody?
100%.
I understand that's going to happen to my daughters at some point. I don't want it to be at 11 and 13 because then I got nothing. What am I doing? I'm just some circus weirdo standing off in the corner while mommy's taking him to the orchestra. Like, what are we doing here? What are we doing here?
Well, you could fake it a little bit.
I just said I wanted to fake it. You said I couldn't fake it.
No, but like, the problem with you is you got so much goddamn guilt. Like, you always feel bad about lying to people and stuff.
You never feel bad about anything.
No, you should learn a little bit from me.
Yeah, man, because when I look at you, I see Rhodes Scholars all around you, buddy.
I don't know, road, whatever, turnpike.
252 WCMF, 252-9263. All right, let's talk to, I believe, we're setting records for names here in the break room.
What we got now?
We had was it a Claudette, our first one ever?
Yeah.
We had our first ever Dorothy.
Dorothy.
And I believe this is our first ever Adele. She's on CMF. Hello, Adele.
Hi.
Hey.
How are you?
Oh,
Good.
Not the singer, apparently.
Listen. So what you do is you step back because my grandson, he goes to McQuaid.
Okay.
Yours goes to Aquinas. They have what's called Flex, which is like a study hall period. They go and talk to their teachers. Let them go to their teachers and let them get the help that they need because they're the ones that are going to tell them how to do it correctly and what they want from them. My grandson, he now takes AP classes, and he's got 3 credits now going to RIT.
That's
so
awesome.
You just kind of like step back and say, if you can't do it, if you can't help, let them go and get the help. They have to advocate for themselves.
Okay, now Adele, everything you're saying is right. Everything you're saying is right. But I think, and I get, that's what I had asked before, and that's great advice. But I think you're missing the other part of this discussion. And I'm going to ask you some personal questions. And I don't mean any offense by it. I need clear answers. So you said it's your grandkids that go to McQuaid?
My grandson.
Grandson.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Grandson. Okay, so is it your son's son or your daughter's son?
My son's son.
Okay.
And we've been raising him since he was 6 months old.
Okay, gotcha. Now, Adele.
So my son's a dumbass, okay? So my son's an idiot.
No, that's not what I'm asking. All right, so Adele, so if you are raising him, do you think you're a dumb person or a smart person?
Well, I graduated and I went to college. My husband is a very smart man. He's an engineer.
Okay.
And it's not that you're not smart. It's that they're asking them to do it in a totally different way than when we grew up.
No, see, here's the thing, Adele. I can put my hand up and say, even when they were showing us how to do it, I didn't know how to do that either.
No way.
Yeah, no, you couldn't do that. So, Adele, you don't have the problem I have. Like, you have a smart husband. You also have a college degree. Like, you're a smart person. Tommy shouldn't have graduated high school. I went to community college for 14 days. Like, this is what my kids are dealing with.
I went to community college. My husband is the smart one, and he still couldn't help him because it's totally different.
Yeah, but the kid's going to start losing respect for you. Pat's fear is, right?
Yeah.
That they're not going to respect him.
They respect you. But the thing is they do respect you more if you step aside and let them figure it out and go and get the help that they need the correct way.
Okay.
Instead of sitting there telling them that that's not the way you do it.
Okay.
You know,
Listen to non-singing Adele.
Adele, thank you.
I'm not a singer. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye. There goes Adele. No, I mean, that's great advice. It's great advice. It's hard for me to sit, somebody says, I don't consider myself a dumb person, which is great. That's awesome that you're not dumb. I'm dumb.
Yes.
It doesn't help me.
I know.
Right?
I know.
You're dumb.
Yes. But we're one of the few people that actually admit to being dumb.
Yeah, okay.
Like, there's some dumb people out there that don't know they're dumb.
No, but like we don't have any way to be like we're not. Like, what can I point
Neither
to in my
did
life?
my sister, man. She dumb, man. Oh, God damn, was she dumb. She wasn't only dumb, she was South Florida dumb.
Look, I it's a lot of pressure because I don't want one day my daughters to look back on being kids and say, like, if my dad would have just blank.
Right, showed me this.
Yeah, things would have been different for me. And don't say that's not a thing, because there are lots of people listening, yourself included, you just did it, who blame your father for a lot of your shortcomings, blame your mother for a lot of your shortcomings.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want my kids to look at what their life becomes and goes, well, Dad, XYZ.
Maybe you should take the adventure with them. Expose them to things that you also aren't familiar with and you can learn together. And that would bond you two.
True. You could finally actually go to Aquinas.
I don't want to do those things.
Why?
Can I tell you a story?
I love a good story.
So on
when you get your ass kicked in it.
What the hell, man? So on Sunday, I told you my youngest, my 11-year-old who got the award last night, she's taken an interest in tennis. I think one of her friends is going to play tennis for school next year, and she wants to go play. So we signed her up for like this community tennis lesson. So my wife goes, hey, one of my friends, they know someone who's performing at like a local orchestra on Sunday. Would you like to go? It's after Claire's tennis lesson. And
so
she
you
goes,
got tennis and the orchestra on a Sunday.
Uh-huh.
Oh, wow.
And my
Lucky
wife,
you.
but she gives me the out. She goes, look, I know this ain't your thing. If you don't want to go, feel free. And I go, yeah, I got to get the show ready for Monday.
See, that's the stuff you got to go do.
Well, I got to work. Papa's got to go to work, baby. You go do the smart things. I'm going to go into the coal mine and get my job done here.
I think you got to go to those things with your kids.
But that's just it. I passed on it, and my wife was sending me like pictures of my daughters like really enjoying this thing,
Right.
and I realized as I'm looking at these pictures, like I screwed up.
Yeah.
I could have been there, and it would not have been fun.
No.
I wouldn't have hated it, but I would have been there with my kids while they were soaking in this culture that I never had as a kid, and I screwed
Break
up.
down that solid oboe, solo.
And like I know that opportunity's going to pop up again, and I say with the 20/20 hindsight, I should have been there. But I also know when my wife goes, "Hey, this other like smart people thing is happening. You don't have to go." I'm going to go. Yeah, I got to get the show done. Go into a coal mine and get that done too. Like I'm too stupid to learn my own lesson.
All right.
God,
But at least you know
that I'm going to screw my kids up. Okay.
Hey, that's half the battle, baby. My father didn't show up to squat. Your old man didn't show up to squat. And when they showed up, they stole the show.
By the way, no smart sentence in the history of the English language has ever ended in "baby."
What about the Big Bopper?
Oh, when he was working on the Manhattan Project?
Yeah, that's a big bomb, baby.
And then, Einstein was right next to him. That's E = MC squared. Baby. Then the Kings, you see the Kingston Trios playing going down in the background.
Oh, that's a bad plane ride, baby.
Oh, Big Bopper knows all about it.
Yeah.
This show sucks so bad.
Yes.
Let's take a break. Hunting season opened yesterday.
So what they shooting?
Bro, I could let you guess 5 animals, and you're not going to guess.
So it's at the standards?
Well, no, it is a standard, just not a standard for this type of year.
Oh.
This time of year. Guys. Talk show good, go,
Because
Bopper.
I thought like everything's breeding right now. Right? Isn't it like everything's falling out of like animal vaginas all over the place?
I don't know. We're going to tell you what animal.
They birth them.
What hunting season started yesterday. And I mean, if you kill one of these things, you're going to have to eat one of these things. I mean, that's why you would kill it.
All right.
But this is not a springtime food.
Oh.
We'll get into it next here in the break room on CMF. We're about to blow your mind, man.
What?
Well, yesterday, some hunters got out into the woods with their weapons to take down some of these animals.
What they aiming?
Well, the weird part about it, Tommy.
What was that?
When you think this time of year, the last thing you think about is eating one of these.
Oh.
You're hanging out in the break room, Rochester's Classic Rock 96.5, WCMF, just after 8:45, 8:50. Big night for one team here in Rochester on the road, looking to keep their season going.
Tonight?
And
boy.
there will be some folks from Rochester that'll be joining them.
Oh, like making the trip?
Yeah.
Okay.
Why are you making that face?
Who's going?
We'll get into it just after 8:45, 8:50 here in the break room on CMF. All right, yesterday in the state of New York, hunting season for this specific animal started.
Okay, the spring shoot.
May 1st. Can you guess what animal hunting season it is?
Well, your number one's deer.
It's not deer.
And then it's got to go to... What else are you shooting?
Okay.
But because you're going to eat it, you said.
Yeah, well, yeah, you eat these, yes. Yesterday...
Oh, bird.
Well, yeah, it's bird season. Anything with wings, blow it out of the sky, you
I don't
idiot.
know.
Yesterday was the first day of spring turkey hunting season.
Oh.
Right?
Okay.
So apparently this runs until May 31st, and hunters across New York were out with their gobblers trying to nab themselves a big old bird.
Wild turkey.
That's right. Did either of you know there was a spring turkey season?
No, I never think of people shooting turkeys and eating them.
I learned yesterday because I saw one of my idiot friends in full garb trying to catch a turkey, like on Snapchat.
What do you mean shoot a turkey? You don't catch a turkey.
I don't know how it works. He looked like a friggin' tree.
All right, terrible time Timmy filling in for Kimmy, who we still don't know where she is, but she's on vacation somewhere. Normally we equate the season we hunt with the animal that we, like the time of year we eat that animal.
Yeah, I wouldn't eat a turkey in the summertime.
Spring turkey?
No.
And, like, there is a fall turkey season also, which makes sense for the whole thing. But, like, if there's always been a spring turkey season, why are we not eating more turkey in the month of May if people are killing turkey? Like a Mother's Day turkey dinner would make sense if we're in the middle of turkey season.
Right, but you're going to fire up the oven and big old Thanksgiving spread.
Well, think about it, though, man. Like, this actually kind of makes sense, even though it sounds weird. And the phone number is 252-WCMF, 252-9263. All you turkey hunters that'll be getting out over the next 4 weeks, what do you do with your spring turkey?
Because all the sides are fall sides. If you serve me a turkey, all your sides are like fall stuff.
Well, but you might be
like
thinking
starchy potato pies.
Yeah, we don't eat pies and potatoes in the summertime, you idiot.
What potato are you eating in the summertime?
Big potato with a steak that you grill? Easy, done.
No, but you're not doing like mashed potatoes.
You do mashed potatoes with steaks on the grill, done. Potato wedges, done. You need more potatoes? Scale of potatoes, done. Potatoes at gratin.
I'm not a potato.
Done.
I'm not a potato summer person.
You're a potato summer person?
I don't like summer taters.
Bro, I will house any. How about the tater tots? Done.
Yeah, but that's like that's low tater.
I agree with you, but it's more of a summer tater than any other taters.
All
Look,
right.
I mean, if you
I
talk,
don't want it. By the way, why do I want a goddamn turkey when they're 49 cents a pound and they're not gamey and full of buckshot?
Put a pin in that for a second, or buckshot in it. Look, it makes sense turkey in the spring because you can grill turkey, you can smoke turkey, you can deep fry turkey. I mean, all of these guys, men and women that have all of these tools and fun toys for cooking in the backyard, you can use all of them on a turkey.
Is there turkey jerky?
Yeah, there's turkey jerky.
Have you ever had it?
I don't think I've had turkey jerky.
I don't think there's turkey.
No, I know there's turkey jerky.
Is it
I've
really?
seen turkey jerky. Yeah, any meat you can jerky. You can't.
Wait, you like good jerked meat?
Yeah. Yeah.
Why didn't you tell me, man?
Wow, well, we're talking about it now.
I just, invested a little money. I'm getting into the jerked meat game.
No kidding.
Yeah. Would you like some?
Yeah, I would love some.
Well, I got a little kiosk set up in a men's room.
No kidding. What's this new business venture called?
It's called Uncle Tommy's Jerky Meat from the Farm to Your Mouth Sauce.
Timmy, you in for May turkey? Deep fried, grilled, smoked?
All the time, yeah.
Okay. I'm not even a big turkey fan to begin with.
I know you hate turkey.
No, I don't hate
Which
it.
is
It's
weird
just like,
because from a distance you kind of look like an 8th grade turkey.
Joke just doesn't die even though it sucked.
It sucked, then I added turkey to it. 252-WCMF. Let's talk to Sam. Hey, Sam, you're on CMF, buddy. What's up?
Hey, so I'm actually a pretty avid turkey hunter, and I disagree with, turkey being like strictly a fall meal.
Okay.
There's such good ways to prepare it and everything like that. I mean, people kind of view it as dry or whatever, but they're typically not cooking wild turkey the proper way, which is obviously like, you smoke it or do something that's going to make it a little more tender.
Okay, so would you argue spring turkey is more delicious than November turkey, Sam?
So being a turkey hunter, I think it's better tasting because you have the sense of satisfaction of, you went out there and harvested that animal yourself.
Damn straight.
Okay, let's say I'm coming over to your house. I didn't harvest it. I'm going to sit down to one of your summer turkey spreads. What does that look like?
So I'd probably spatchcock it, where you split it right down the middle and you lay it out flat on a smoker. You just smoke it for like 8 hours.
Say into it. What is a
It was that Russian satellite that they put up right before the Americans got that it was going to fall on everyone's head, the spatchcock.
I figure if I'm in his backyard and there's spatchcocking, I guess the sheriffs are going to come back.
All right, so you're smoking it, Sam, you said. You're smoking that turkey.
Yeah, you smoke it for like 7-8 hours, and it's just, we do that the same way for, farm-raised birds for Thanksgiving, and it's the best way I've ever had them prepared.
Look, I will say this, man. You go to like the Renaissance Festival, they got them big old smoked turkey legs. Those things are delicious in the summertime.
All right.
That was funny. I don't know why. Right. Sam, thanks for the call, buddy. Have a good rest of the day.
Well, you need a good spatchcocking.
Is that a real thing? Did you make that up?
idea
no, that is a real actual.
How the hell do you know not eating nothing? Scrawny ass,
I don't make it. I eat it.
Drive-through, loose change eating mofo.
He looks like a spring turkey. Dry ass, no meat on his bones. All feathers fell off.
You look like somebody that gets lured into a car for a spatchcocking.
It tastes so good.
Look, I know there are also hunters that hunt for the sport of hunting, right? But also, if you kill an animal, you're not going to leave it behind.
No, you're going to eat it.
So are there hunting families that are forced to eat whatever is killed?
Whatever dad comes dragging through the door?
Well, that's just it. Not that you don't have the money to eat something else, but we killed it, we have to eat it, right? Because I'm sure there are other people that feel like you that live in a turkey hunting family that it's like, damn it, he got 2 turkeys. Now we got 2 turkeys we got to eat.
I'm out.
Okay, I know you're out. I just don't understand why, like, when Sam describes it that way, he obviously has a plan. He's done this before. It seems that people around him like it. I would give it a shot. I'd try it.
Every time I eat something that somebody shot, it always tastes like outside. It just tastes
it's in your head,
gamey and grimy, man.
No, because, bro, the stuff you eat at the grocery store also came from outside.
Yeah, but it came from the nice outside.
I don't think it died outside, though. They brought it in. They, treated it really nicely inside of some building.
Yeah,
they shot its head off,
They never treat any of those things nicely.
Yeah, no, I know. This one got done by a bullet.
No, but that's probably better than what the other stuff goes through.
I like good processed food. Not like wild food. Wild food tastes wild to me.
Yeah, no, that's not a real thing.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
I think it might
anytime I have deer, it tastes like it's a wild animal.
Well, no, you're a sissy though. You don't like venison.
I don't. It's too rough for me.
Sissy ass bitch.
No, but I have a very delicate palate.
No, but it's funny, man. Like, I remember my old man would do a little deer hunting when I was a kid. Never passed it down to me. I don't know why. But when he got a deer, we were going to eat that deer till it's gone.
Well, y'all were poor,
man.
No,
but it had nothing to do.
Like, everything was gamey in that house, man.
You better watch your effing mouth, bro. Better watch your effing mouth.
Well, you were king game, man.
King game?
Like, you didn't know good food.
I knew good. No, I love venison.
You didn't know good food till you met me.
Venison is good food. Met you. What?
It's good food if you're frontier person.
Bro, my old man, we would have venison steaks. We would have venison sausage. We'd have like venison ground beef. We would make venison meatballs. I love venison. Love venison. And I wish I knew how to hunt.
Gamey ass outside dirt balls.
Okay, man. I'm sorry that you're a bitch and you can't handle man food. And I'm saying this as a sissy who doesn't know how to hunt. I know male hunters, and they give me meat.
My paw can stretch a deer for months on end.
Well, we got people waiting on hold. We also got folks writing us on Twitter. Jason writes us, you can only shoot a male turkey in the spring. It's mating season, so the toms are after the hens. Most only eat the breast from a wild turkey. It's funny that a male turkey is called a tom. It makes perfect sense. 252 WCMF yesterday kicked off spring turkey season. We didn't know there was a spring turkey season. People don't eat turkey in the spring, except Sam, who called us as an avid turkey hunter, says there's tons of great ways to prepare it.
Oh, yeah.
The warm weather. Let's talk to Rob. He's on CMF. Hey, Robbie, what's up?
Hey, how's it going?
Good, brother. What's up?
The last writer just kind of touched on exactly what I was going to say. We pretty much only eat the breast meat because wild turkeys spend all their time walking, so the legs and all that is way too tough. So it's just a breast meat and it's way juicier and tastes way better than anything you're going to get from a store.
Okay, so I don't get a smoked turkey leg, but I get big old breasts.
Correct.
All right.
I mean, you can, but it's a lot tougher because, turkeys, a lot of people don't realize turkeys only fly when they fly up to roost at night, and then they spend the whole rest of the day walking around. So their legs are really tough.
Yeah, they say they go through like 3 pedometers a year. That's what I read.
Oh, well, probably. Maybe even more.
And the other thing that guy said, he smokes it for like 7 hours.
Yeah.
That's when you know something sucks.
No, you
when
idiot.
you have to literally burn it for 7 hours.
Do you know what
to
smoking
make it
is? Do you know what smoking is?
Yeah, man, your mama.
I mean, I've done it where you marinate it. I've made shish kebabs with wild turkey, venison.
Gave me shish kebab.
How do you know the difference between a tom and a hen?
Well, Tom has
You can
a long
look at its
beard.
spatchcock.
I want to know now. No, now I'm curious.
You
Rob,
got a peek under the feathers.
A Tom has a long beard sticking out just below like its gobbler area.
Oh,
got a beard.
So
and that holds your bullet.
What's that?
That holds your bullet. Like you're gonna let one walk if it doesn't have a beard.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, you kind of have to.
And not only that, if you shoot the woman, you're not going to have as many turkeys. Like woman, if you shoot the girl turkey, you're not going to have
So now-
yeah.
In the fall, you can shoot either one.
Yeah. It's
Blow
conservation.
mama away, man. And you get all the sucking and breasts you could handle.
Rob, thanks for the call, buddy. I really appreciate it.
Yep. Have a good day.
Take care. You know what? I should have had I have one more question. Well, do you think what you save in buying meat as a hunter makes up for the money you spend on the hunting stuff?
It can't be.
Well, like
Time
over a
spent,
lifetime.
But I mean,
I'm
time
talking just
spent.
financial.
So you save more money hunting.
Well, I'm asking, like, between the cost of the gun, the ammo, the
Not
clothes,
anymore.
the other stuff.
The cleaning, because you got to clean it.
Yeah. But, like, if I get a deer, I remember, like, when my dad would get a deer, it was just meat all winter long.
Yeah.
Right? Like, it was an unbelievable amount
So
of
you
meat.
just froze it?
Yeah, he would take it to a processor, and that did
Right.
cost money. But, like,
I guess maybe you do save money, but how much could it be?
Guns are expensive, ammo's expensive, all of that stuff you need to go out in the
You
woods.
got to
is
have the
expensive.
license all the time, right?
Yeah,
You gotta
I mean,
update
that costs
stuff.
money. That costs money.
You have to maintain all that stuff.
But, like, I don't know, like, Timmy.
That's fine.
Can you
I'm a hen.
Can you Google how much meat I get off the average buck? Because, like, I don't know, like, what's like ground beef per pound right now?
So it's usually pretty cheap. It's like $2 a pound.
But then you get the steaks, right? You can make sausages, all that
Right.
stuff. Like that's a hell of a lot of meat you'd be saving money with. A couple
Okay,
$100 maybe.
all right.
I don't know.
But you do get the satisfaction that you bagged it.
I wouldn't know that satisfaction.
I wouldn't either, but I guess a guy gets a chub over doing that.
58 to 68 pounds.
Damn, that's a lot of meat, bro.
How much of that is viable? I don't know, but
No, I said you Googled meat, right?
no, I just wrote down the number and I said it out loud.
Okay, this is why nobody likes Timmy. Like, Timmy wonders why his career never took off, and then he opens his mouth, and that's why. That's why. Let's take a break.
All right.
Big night tonight, buddy.
So what's going on?
Your Rochester Americans split the first 2 games at home of their opening playoff series against the Syracuse Crunch. And tonight, it's game 3 down the thruway.
Okay.
Rochester needs at least one win out of the next 2 games to get back to Rochester for a potential game 5. But they may not lose the home ice advantage.
Oh, why is that?
Well, there's a bunch of people that are making that trek tonight and Saturday, and we will get into it next here at the Break Room on 96.5 WCMF. Big night tonight, Tommy.
Oh, boy.
Well, look, the Amherst are either on the brink of moving on or on the brink of elimination, depending on what happens down the road here. And normally, Tommy, when you go on the road for a playoff game, it's intense because you lose home ice advantage.
Sure.
With the Amherst, maybe not so much.
Really?
You're hanging out in the break room, Rochester's Classic Rock 96.5. WCMF will jump right into it. Game 3 of the first round of the playoffs for the Amherst. I know there's like another round that happened before. The AHL playoffs are so stupid.
Correct.
So stupid. Terrible time, Timmy, in for Kimmy, who's on vacation. So the Amherst, Tommy, split the first 2 games at home last weekend. So it's a 5-game series. They need at least 1 win in Syracuse to get back to Rochester for a game next Friday. If they win both of them in Syracuse, they move on. You going tonight?
No.
To Syracuse?
No.
You're not?
No. I would find it hard to motivate myself.
You do understand the massive amount of Amherst fans that are going to be driving down the 90 to watch this game and on Saturday.
That much?
Timmy,
it's a lot. Last year they had a 2-0 hole to recover from, and the 5th game was in Syracuse, and it was a home game an hour away.
Like hundreds, maybe 1,000 Amherst fans.
That's impressive.
Will be in this building. It's impressive, right? Like you look at those people and you think, wow, that's a dedication that I respect.
Yeah, sure.
Why are you making that face?
I just wouldn't do it for a minor league team.
That's our hometown team. Doesn't matter.
I
about
know,
league.
but you know what I'm saying.
No, I don't know what you're saying. What are you saying?
I don't think I could be motivated to just drive down there and see that game.
But I mean, it's your team. It's an hour away. Why would you not go do that?
Because I'm not a very good fan.
If I were to tell you, there's someone out here, like out in the hallway, we're going to bring them in here, and they're planning on putting on their Amherst sweater. They're going to get in the car. They're going to drive all the way down to Syracuse tonight to watch the game. You would think that person is a
guy that shouldn't do that.
Why is that, Tommy?
What are you going on? You can watch it on TV.
You can't actually.
It's not even on TV?
You can listen to it live on 95.7.
All right, so you can listen to it.
Or 9:50 a.m.
All right.
The Fan.
There's no TV?
No, they don't. No.
Bro, that's bad.
What
How do they not have local TV covering this thing?
Well, it's the first round, first of all. Second, they want people to go out to the arena and watch it.
Sounds like you would get that anyway. I mean, you got to be a deep-ass fan to travel for minor league sports.
All right, so Timmy can also back me up on this. The Amherst played in Charlotte this year.
Wait, Carolina?
An outdoor game in Charlotte.
Yep.
They had, 200 people that took a bus down from Rochester to go watch them play this outdoor game.
The bus sold out, and people, they were advertising the flights to Raleigh or whatever.
Yeah, whatever it was.
I mean, that's dedication.
Yeah, it's dedication. So you then now have respect for these people that are going to these Amherst games.
Oh, absolutely.
Why are you being? What are you scared? Is there like a big Amherst fan behind me that's like going to punch you in the face? Because you're being a little bitch here. If you think it's sad, say it's sad.
I'm not saying it's sad.
No, I'm not gonna say it.
Not for me.
No.
And I'm a sad guy. I do sad stuff.
Yeah, you do a lot of
I
sad
ain't
stuff.
doing that.
You're being a bitch, being sad right now. Why is it weird to travel an hour to watch your favorite hockey team play?
Because it's not like the majors.
So what?
What do you mean, so what?
No, I think Timmy touched on a really good point. I think this team means more to a lot of people than someone like the Sabres or the Bills because this is our hometown team. They play right here. You go and you watch these guys either become stars or have the best moments of their pro hockey career right in front of your face.
I guess I would have to be a fan of somebody on that team.
An individual person.
Yeah. Like, I don't know who their marquee guy is, but I would have to be that guy would have to be like a star to me.
Okay. All right.
There's 6 of them that will be.
Yes. I mean,
No. Now, locally. Like, he's the man on the team.
Well, that doesn't really happen anymore because these guys, it's not like back in the day where Scotty Metcalf or Craig Sharon.
But those guys were part of the community.
Exactly.
So that's why I have a harder time.
Look at you bitch.
I can't break bread. I can't have a glass of scotch with these guys.
So I would like to explain to the listeners what's happening if you don't understand what's happening. Again, we're talking about the Amherst Game 3 of the first round of the playoffs, 5-game series tonight in Syracuse. There's going to be a parade of Amherst fans.
Hundreds of people
driving down to Syracuse to watch this game tonight.
And paying tolls and everything.
The reason Tommy goes, well, it's not like it was back with Scotty Metcalf.
When the game was the game.
Yeah, Tommy, you hung out with Scotty Metcalf a bunch back then.
Yeah, he was on the show a bunch, yeah.
And for those who have not lived in Rochester for a while and not a hockey fan, Scotty Metcalf was a bruiser. Guy's tough.
Still
funny.
is.
Yep. Yeah.
Great guy.
I mean, yeah, he's the nicest man ever, but he's a scary, scary man.
Yes.
And the reason Tommy's like, well, it's not like Scotty Metcalf is because you're afraid of Scotty Metcalf.
Yeah, and you should be.
And you're afraid that if you come across Scotty Metcalf and he heard you say that things might go bad for you.
Well, why would I say something I like the guy?
Well, because if he wasn't scary, you would be insulting Even them, that team back then.
Why would I insult
you're
that
a bitch.
team?
But
They
you
won
are a
the
bitch.
cup.
Yeah, they did. And they could win the cup this year. You could be part of a trip to Syracuse, which involves a run to the Calder Cup and a win, Tommy. They got to the conference finals last season.
I'm going.
Timmy, can we look up what tickets cost in Syracuse tonight, if you wouldn't mind?
Got to go for $1,000.
Well, I am curious as to what my investment's going to have to be if I want to go watch the Mercs tonight or Saturday.
So if I want to go to a regular Amherst game, what is it going to send me back?
Oh, anywhere between like $18 and like $50.
Which is very reasonable.
Yeah, no, absolutely. It's a nice, fun family event.
It is.
252 WCMF 252-9263. Let's talk to Austin. Hey, Austin, how are you, buddy?
What up, Duffy? So, Tommy, you say people wouldn't travel or something like that. I wasn't really paying attention to you, but I got the gist. So a couple weeks ago, I was actually up in Toronto to follow my team, the Seattle Mariners, play the Blue Jays. I traveled across country lines to go see my favorite team.
I mean, it's not that. I mean, it's like 2 hours away, Austin. It's not that impressive.
Who's a Seattle Mariners fan?
Well, you're from Seattle, right, Austin?
Yeah, and I also used to work for the Mariners.
No big deal.
What'd you do? Did you do the announcements?
What would it sound like if someone's coming up to bat?
My name's Tommy. I don't travel because I'm a little bitch.
Well, what did it sound like when Austin was working the PA for the Mariners?
Hey, welcome to Seattle Mariners. I enjoy your hot dog tonight.
He's just yelling over you. Austin, thanks for the call. He's figured out how to win an argument in the break room. Just yell over the person who's insulting you. So, Timmy, you were making a face when I asked you to look up what tickets cost tonight?
$42.
That's the in-the-door price?
Yeah.
Holy crap.
Why is it so cheap?
No, that's expensive for a minor league hockey game.
$42
for a minor for a.
You said they're normally $18. I thought it'd be like $200.
Well, no, man. I mean, that's the in-the-door price tonight. Oh my God.
And that was on.
Come and see my team play. I know Scotty Metcalf. You go see play.
That's on Ticketmaster, not from StubHub or whatever. Like straight from the source.
Damn.
I think that's cheap. That's your team, and it's an important game.
Per person? Wait a minute. No, is that with fees or without fees? That's pre-fees.
No, all inclusive. So
Okay.
probably 30 or whatever.
All right. No. So here's the thing, though. Think about it. If you're going to take like a kid or something, right? Like family of four, that's $170, not including gas.
Okay.
That's a $200 night.
That doesn't sound like that much to watch. Like what you're saying is like an unbelievably important game in Amherst's history.
No, I didn't say that. I said it's just these people are such fans of the. Shut up. 252 WCMF. Game 3 tonight.
Yeah.
Game 3 tonight. The Amherst will be playing in Syracuse. They have to get at least one win to get back to Rochester for Game 5. Next weekend, if they win both, it's over. But there's going to be Rochester fans all over the place in Syracuse tonight. Let's talk to Jacob. Hey, Jacob, what's up, buddy?
Hey, I just want to call in about the Amherst. I'll be one of the group coming down to Syracuse to go watch the game, just like last year where I traveled for every single playoff game for them.
Well, okay, so where did you go last year for the playoffs?
And then they went out to Toronto for the sweep.
Okay.
And then they lost to Hershey in the conference finals.
All right, so they're all dry. That's the one cool thing about the AHL, especially the conference and division they're in.
Yeah.
Like, you're right, it's all drivable stuff. So, Jacob, what's a bridge too far? Because if they make it to the Calder Cup finals, and I'm knocking on wood here, they're going to be playing a team from the West Coast, like Ontario, California, things like that. Jacob, would you fly to watch road Calder Cup finals games?
I would fly to go see the Amherst in the Calder Cup finals.
California.
I would fly out to California. I looked into it last year when they were playing Hershey in the conference finals for flights to Coachella Valley.
You do get to hang out in Coachella. I mean, like, you could tell people, I went to Coachella, and it's not even the concert, but you're not lying to them.
So it's near where that big concert is?
Coachella?
Right in the valley.
Yeah, I think so. I think that Coachella happens near Coachella.
No, I'm saying the Amherst are going to be playing next to the
team is
Coachella.
Coachella, you idiot.
Oh, they are?
Yes, that's what he just said.
They need a team for some burnouts hanging out in the desert.
All right, so, Jacob, you're going tonight and Saturday. Do you have to be at work tomorrow?
Yes, I do. I'll have to be back at work tomorrow.
Do you have the $40 that they're going to hit you up for when you get in there?
Jacob, that's expensive.
Plus gas. Jacob.
That was the prices for the conference finals last year in Hershey were up to like $60, and then we also had to drive down there too.
Okay, no, but you're driving. You're paying
and
$60.
he's going with his boozed up buddies.
You going with the boozed up buddies, Jacob?
Of course he is.
Yes.
All right, Jacob, great call, buddy. Thanks for the call. Have fun tonight. Be safe. All right, go Amherst.
Go Amerks.
There goes Jacob. He seems like a barrel of laughs. No, but I respect it. I respect the fandom, and I think it's great.
I'm impressed.
Shut up. You such a coward-ass, puss-ass bitch. Your wife must be friends with someone who's going the way you're reacting right now.
What Amherst? The only Amherst people I know is like you, Kimmy, and Timmy.
I wouldn't even consider myself a big Amherst person. I mean, I love watching the Amherst play.
But you go to way more games than I would.
Well, yeah, because you go to none.
I've been to some game. I've been on the ice.
Yeah, so have I.
No.
Everybody's been on the ice.
You tried to hurt me on the ice.
That was funny. No, I was skating. You were like getting, you had to be walked out like an old lady.
I'm in dress shoes.
So
man.
don't wear dress shoes, you bitch. Put on a pair of blades and let's get out there.
Blade.
No, my back. Let's take a break. There is a new restaurant coming to the Munchie Mile out in Henrietta.
The Munchie Mile?
I'm going to make that a thing now.
I like that.
Get that in traffic.
Yeah.
And it represents an explosion in this type of food. Because 10 years ago, there was one place and one place only to get this type of food in the greater Rochester area, and it was a chain, and, I mean, it's fine, but it's not like, now, Tommy.
Yeah.
It's everywhere.
Wow.
And we need to figure out if this explosion in this kind of food is something we'll be seeing for the rest of our lives, or if it's another one of our Rochester food fads. We'll get into it next here in the break room on CMF. Rochester has a strange relationship with food.
Oh, yeah.
We'll try anything. We will try anything. And if we enjoy it, we will quickly embrace it. However, there comes a point where we as a community make a decision collectively. Is this something we want to have and to hold long term? Or is this just another food fad that's going by the Rochester wayside?
Okay.
You're hanging out in the break room, Rochester's Classic Rock 96.5, WCMF, just after 9:30 this morning. Well, it's Thursday. You know what that means.
Oh, yeah, we're going to bitch it out.
That's right. Bitch Voice Theater coming at you. What? You call you just you're being a jerk?
No, I'm just trying to get the buddy in.
We'll get to that, buddy. It's after 9:30 here in the break room on CMF. Rochester.
Yeah, what we got?
Has another restaurant coming to the Munchie Mile.
Wait, they named a mile after your mom?
In the old Boston market on Jefferson Road, they'll be opening a Dave's Hot Chicken.
So what kind of chicken is Dave's Hot Chicken?
It's hot.
Most of it is.
Have you guys heard of this before?
No.
So apparently it's a chain. I've never heard of it. It opened up in California as a pop-up shop in 2017. In that short amount of time, they've opened 200 locations nationwide and have celebrity investors such as Usher and Drake.
Wait, Drake and Usher went in on the chicken.
Yeah, Dusher.
So what kind of chicken is it? Is it just fried chicken?
Well, so they have a bunch of stuff from, it's fried chicken, it looks like. I'm sure they'll have grilled stuff for the healthier, conscious person. But it seems more the spices that people are into. Goes from just plain fried, like chicken fingers, all the way up to like the hottest of hot stuff. They got sauces. Exactly what you think a fried chicken place would be.
All right.
So, it seems, Tommy, with this news, that we are living in a chicken renaissance.
Yes.
Right?
Oh, yeah. You love the chicken sandwich.
I love everything about fried chicken. Look, there was a time, Tommy.
There was a fried chicken time.
Thank you. Here in Rochester, where if you wanted fried chicken, there was only one place you can go.
Yeah.
And that was KFC.
And that was the joint.
And there were mom and pop places that only certain people knew about, but it wasn't plentiful. Now, it's Fried Chicken Central. You got this new place, Popeye's Chick-fil-A, when it comes to national chains, on top of KFC that already exists.
Yeah.
Locally, there's Chicken Out. There's a place in Fairport called Cluck If You Buck, which is really good.
Sure is. They sell chicken there?
You're so old you don't even get the great reference that it is. It's a song from, doesn't matter.
You don't get it, man.
Chick Magnet out in Penfield. There's a place out in Figure. I know I'm forgetting places, and I'm sorry because I'm eating at all these places. Then you have the smaller places that have existed for decades in Rochester that the majority of Rochesterians have finally found. Your Country Sweet Chicken, which now has a location in Ridge and Grease on top of the one that's on Mount Hope, and your Sales Birdland that is always busy now on Scottsville Road, despite the fact that Kimmy said she had never had it nor heard of it before.
That is insane.
But that's what I mean. Now it's on the radar. Now it's happening.
All right, so we're slammed with chicken.
We are. If you're a fried chicken lover in Rochester, there's never been a better time to be alive.
So one of these chicken joints have got to start dropping out.
Well, no, not necessarily.
You're over chicken.
No, I don't think you can be over chickened. I don't think that's possible.
Really?
But I will ask this question.
Yeah.
And the phone number is 252-WCMF, 252-9263. Are we in a fried chicken fad? Or is this something that sticks around long term? Because you don't think that all of these places survive.
Because after a while, you just start repeating yourself. I mean, it's fried chicken.
No. Okay.
And a sandwich.
Okay, you don't get to speak on this because you don't know anything about fried chicken.
I'm from the South.
Yeah, you don't eat fried chicken because you're a bitch.
I did when I was a fat boy.
I think we're pushing the limit because of Chick-fil-A.
What do you mean by that?
We didn't have it for so long, and now we have 2 or 3 of them and this place, and I think we might be about to be overdoing it.
Okay, so you say it's just a chicken fad, Timmy. It's not going to go long term. So let's give examples here as to why this may work. And I'm not saying it will be long term.
All right.
Okay, there are 2 foods that perfectly encapsulate how they can be embraced in Rochester forever or how people can get bored of them quickly. And we'll call it the sushi versus fondue fight.
Okay.
You ready? Tommy, there was a time.
There was a sushi time.
Nope, fondue time.
Fondue time.
Fondue restaurants blew the F up. It was back in your day.
Yeah, that melting pot joint.
Okay, so that was part of the fondue renaissance, but like when fondue initially became popular.
Oh, people had it at their house.
You got it. So you can go to any number of fondue restaurants and you could do it at home. And after a few years, despite how popular fondue was, people got bored of it and it faded away. And you brought up the melting pot, and there was a small revival a few years ago, but even that place in Henrietta disappeared. Meanwhile, same thing happened with sushi. All of a sudden, sushi restaurants started popping up all over the place, right? And it was a food that most people had never tried before, and it was very strange looking. You were asking a lot of folks who had never tried sushi to pop it in their mouths. 30 years later, America still loves sushi.
Yes, they do.
Rochester maybe more than most. Every town has multiple sushi restaurants.
And it ain't cheap.
That's what I'm saying.
Super cheap.
Like, you can literally get, it ain't cheap, it's super cheap.
I mean, it's super expensive.
Super cheap. So, Tommy, why did fondue fail where everybody embraced sushi? Because if I would have told you 30 years ago there would be a sushi restaurant, multiple, in every town, you'd been like, please.
No.
Sushi saturation.
Yes.
Sushi restaurants don't close. They open up and they stay there forever.
They do.
Explain that.
I can't.
Timmy, explain that.
Not a sushi guy. Can't relate.
Okay.
I guess because, like, I guess you could do so much with sushi, but with chicken, it's like, oh my God, I hate you. It's fried.
No, I just.
What?
You don't understand the technology behind new fried chicken.
Oh, explain it to me.
What they can do with fried chicken now.
What are you serving it on? Bread.
No. Okay, well, okay, that's an option. You have all of the different sauces, all of the different ways to prepare the fried chicken, the rubs that go into the fried chicken, the things that go with the fried chicken, the dishes you prepare alongside the fried chicken, the way you prepare the fried chicken inside other dishes. It's endless, Tommy. And then it's also the way you prepare it compared to the other place, how crispy the skin's going to be, how thick your batter's going to be. Shut up.
Were you like a thick batter?
I love a thick batter.
Why didn't you say something?
Why?
My God, I've been working on this.
Get the hell out of here.
Yeah. I just got into the thick batter game.
Yeah, where could I find this business?
I got a little kiosk in the men's room.
No kidding.
Yeah.
What's it called?
It's called Uncle Tommy's Thick Batter. I'm gonna cluck your mouth sauce. And here's the other thing, like. A lot of people.
Hey, at that chicken place you have, do you beat the chickens to death, much like the jokes you do here on the show? You were saying, I'm sorry.
Most people eat a lot of chicken because it's economical. It's easy to cook, right? So when I go out, I don't want chicken.
What do you mean?
We eat a lot of chicken at home. Yeah, I'm telling you, man. I don't want more freaking chicken.
Bro, there's a difference between the chicken you make at home and fried effing chicken.
I get it, but I get chicken.
No. This is why you can't.
Ass.
This is why you can't have this argument.
What?
Because you think a chicken breast and fried chicken are the same thing, and it's not. Like the chicken you're making at home that's steamed with no skin with broccoli on top of it is not what you get at Cluck If You Buck or Sales or Country Sweet or this new place that's opening on Jefferson Road. Shut up.
I will say this.
What are you going to say? Something stupid, probably?
No, I don't think anybody does chicken better out than KFC.
Go home.
I love KFC.
Shut up. Bro,
I will pass all your other hipster chicken, your Gunther chicken, your farm raised, no steroid, high-end chicken. A bucket of KFC to me, slaw, fries, that's the man. Cornbread. They do it right, man.
I've known you for 20,
I love KFC.
I've known you almost a quarter century.
Mm-hmm.
And you have said so many stupid things in front of my face. And what you just said was without question
because you like hipster
the worst
chicken,
take
man.
you've ever had in your life.
Yeah, it's right next to the Bop Shop, man, or the Record Archive. I mean, this hipster chicken, man. It's farm raised, you know, man. It only eats like certain kinds of grains, and I have it with my little craft beer. It's so delicious. It's soul food for people that don't like soul food.
Oh, you're gonna talk to me about soul food?
I know
you
soul
don't
food.
know nothing about soul food. Look. There's a time.
Henrietta's soul food ain't soul food, man.
Says man who lives in Pittsford. Hey, Timmy, you know what Pittsford soul food is? A roast beef sandwich. There's a time and a place for KFC. But for you to say that KFC is the best fried chicken, shut up. Shut up. We're going to the phones. 252-WCMF, 252-9263. This conversation started politely, letting you know that a chain, Dave's Hot Chicken, will be moving into the old Boston market. It's a chicken-on-chicken replacement on Jefferson Road there in Henrietta. But we're talking about how we're going through a fried chicken renaissance here in Rochester. Popeyes, Chick-fil-A open up major locations in the last couple of years. Chicken Out has blown up in the city. Cluck If You Buck, Chick Magnet in Penfield. Then you got your standards, Country Sweet, Sales Birdland. Is it a fried chicken fad, or is this something we can support long term? I used fondue as an example of how something can blow up and then just disappear. Jeremy's on CMF. Hey, Jeremy, how are you, buddy?
I love that Tommy's going to talk about KFC being the best. When is the last time you even got within 1,000 feet of a KFC?
Legally, I'm not allowed.
And I know why you're not allowed. It's that one time with Pat's mom.
you were caught spatchcocking. It was awful. The
The
police showed up, followed you guys into your garage, and you wouldn't submit, and you're like, I was just spatchcocking. I'm not doing anything.
I am the radio host. But you were saying, Jim.
I wasted everything I had. Bye, Dick.
Wait, no, you can't hang up after that. You gotta have no chicken take.
Yeah.
No, I needed chicken backup. You dumbass. Not you, Jeremy. You. I'm furious with you right now about your KFC take. Like, I'm irrationally angry at you.
I mean, I just think they do it right. I mean, I always love it. It's like, to me, it's like healthy. It's
healthy. Did you say KFC's healthy?
Healthy bad food.
Healthy KFC.
Yeah.
You mean the
chicken? You get your slaw, you get your potato,
bro,
and you get your sugary drink.
The bucket is clear when you take the chicken out of it, and it's made out of cardboard. It's not healthy. There's no fried chicken that's healthy.
I think they do it right.
Okay. Now, going back to the idea if this fried chicken renaissance in Rochester is a fad or if it's long-term. Now, I'm not suggesting fried chicken itself is a fad. We know it's been around forever.
Oh, yeah.
However, the amount of places we can go and the different ways people make it is what's making this unique. And if all of these places are going to survive, it means people in Rochester are going to eat a ton of fried chicken.
Right.
Because there are foods that we still like that even after they blow up, we realize we don't need that much of. You remember the Rochester cupcake explosion of the early 2000s?
Oh, the high-end, like, $10 cupcakes?
Yeah, like all of a sudden, every single neighborhood in town had like 3 mom and pop places that just made cupcakes. And they got super big, and you said it, they got super expensive, and they became complicated and strange as these bakeries were trying to like out-cupcake each other. And then the bubble burst, and all of a sudden, all the cupcake places vanished.
Yes.
I still like cupcakes. Timmy, you still like cupcakes?
They're all right.
Right? But everyone still likes I just don't need a cupcake
But here's
place.
the other thing. I never see anybody eating fried chicken.
Because you don't go where they eat fried chicken.
Oh, outside?
There's not a place
walking around.
Okay, no, I'll say this: there's not a place in Pittsburgh where you can buy fried chicken.
Yes, there is.
Name it.
Wegmans.
Outside of the grocery store. Name it. Name a restaurant that serves fried chicken in Pittsburgh.
I think some of those high-end places do that chicken and waffles.
No, they don't. Not in Pittsburgh.
Label 7 does do that.
Okay.
Sorry. Oh, that's your buddy.
Timmy's buddy more than my buddy. He plays more hockey with him than I do.
Yeah, so they do quality chicken.
Okay, no, but if I just wanted to get like a run in and grab a chicken sandwich,
like a man,
man fried chicken. Good luck. Not in Pittsburgh.
It don't exist. So don't sit here and tell me about fried chicken. You don't eat fried chicken. You don't live near fried chicken. I know fried chicken. You, sir, are no fried chicken.
Timmy does not get that reference.
I tell you, he shouldn't.
He's your age.
Yeah, but he's dumb. Dumber than me. I'm dumb. Like if he doesn't get it. All right, what other foods in Rochester right now could end up being Rochester food fads? Because Indian's blown up recently.
Oh, yeah.
Does Indian have long-term staying power, Indian food?
It's very versatile. You can get almost everything with Indian food.
You're right, but it's also very strange.
Spicy.
Well, no, it is spicy.
Yeah.
It's strange looking at people who aren't familiar with Indian food. Right?
I think Indian sticks.
Why?
Because 1 billion people can't be wrong.
I'm talking.
There ain't 1 billion chicken eaters, but there's 1 billion.
Everybody eats chicken. Everybody around the world eats chicken.
All right.
There are 1 billion chicken eaters.
I mean, there's probably some cultures that they probably don't.
Name me a culture that doesn't eat chicken.
Probably ain't got a lot of chicken around.
Where? Where can you not raise chickens?
Poor-ass country.
You can raise chickens everywhere. But how? They let you know in a movie it's a poor-ass country because there's like chickens running behind the person when the movie starts.
You don't eat them.
Kimmy, damn it. Timmy, I'm
like
sorry.
4 times.
I know, I'm so used to turning left and saying Kimmy. Can you Google if there are cultures that don't eat chicken? Thank you. Because, like, look, I want Indian food to stick around.
Yeah, I do too.
I like Indian food.
But my wife, not so much.
That's what I mean, right? Like, there are people who, if you don't... There
Embrace
are people, you love Indian food,
right?
Or you want nothing to do with
it's
Indian
not expensive. That's the other thing about Indian food, like Chinese food. It won't break the bank.
You're right.
That's what's good about it. Some of these chicken joints you've turned me on to, quite pricey.
Did you hear what you just said?
Bro, some of these, like, off the beaten path tender joints. Jesus Christ, man, I'm not ordering filet of steak here.
Off the beaten path tender joints?
Very expensive.
Timmy, are there cultures that don't eat chicken?
There are religions that don't eat chicken.
Okay.
But whatever. But the only country that does not have chickens of all is Vatican City.
Oh! So the Pope don't eat chicken?
No.
Ain't no chicken in Vatican. Can't make that
So
one
there's no
work.
blessed chicken.
Right? No, you're right.
Look at that.
Well, I guess every chicken in their community would be blessed because they're not eating it. Thank you.
All right.
So that's the only place in the world that doesn't have chicken, you idiot.
All right.
What about Mexican food? Is that
Mexican
a fad?
food could stick too because it's inexpensive.
I know it can.
And it's comfort food.
Okay.
It's great. Mexican food is great comfort food.
I agree with you, but so is Indian food. That's also great comfort food.
But
Sticks to your ribs, bro.
But it's a new experience to us.
Okay. Fried chicken is the definition of comfort food.
It is.
So you're
American.
saying fried chicken is a fad, the kind of fried chicken we have now, but Mexican's not because it's a comfort food.
Yeah. And Mexican food now, we've embraced Mexican food so much, we've made it ours. We so Americanized Mexican food.
I love when you
Jesus
do this.
Christ, and now you're putting it in bowls.
No, I love when
You can't get a bowl in Mexico.
Shut up. I love when you do this. Like, you try and sound smart. Let me tell you, we as Americans, we took the Mexican food. We made it ours, man. It's like
We
Chinese.
did.
We took the Chinese and we Americanized it. You know, that's the imperialism on food that I like to talk about. If you'd read my book, Tommy, I know nothing, but I try to sound smart. On sale today at www.imagiantdumbass.com.
Look what you did to Mexican food, man.
What did I do?
You're squirting sour cream cheese. You're guacking the crap out of everything, man. Mexican people don't do that. They eat a very base taco.
Mexican people?
They eat very base taco.
Wait, what kind of base taco?
It's hot meat.
Shut up.
With a little bit of seasoning in it.
With a bit of
and that's it. There ain't no cheese.
Shut up. That's not true.
You can't have sour cream because it's too hot.
Shut up. Shut up. Like this is on me.
What?
This is everyone listening. This is my fault, and I'm sorry.
Squirting up them tacos like she's Jenna Jameson.
Could you pick an older porn star? Do we do Seika next?
Hey, you know Seika.
Only because you keep saying it.
Bro, she was great.
I'm sure she was.
And she was squirted up. Bless her.
For God's sakes.
May she rest in peace.
I would like to apologize to everyone listening, not for what he said. You see that coming. Every time I think we're going to have a fun food discussion, like, I don't know why I always forget you don't eat anything. And you don't know anything about food.
Says girl boy body.
Bro, I still eat Sundays. It's my man day.
Oh, that's impressive. And you don't even eat half of what you bring home.
The hell are you talking about? Sure I do.
What are you talking about?
Let's take a break.
All right.
It's Thursday. You know what that means?
We're already there, man. We're deep into it. This whole show's been that.
Well, yeah, because I can't have a conversation without you being like, ugh. Kimmy's not here to insult you back into your little hole, right? Because she just takes your masculinity and crunches it up into a little ball and like throws it in your face. Like, I find it amazing. I've done this show with you with other people behind that board, multiple, right? All dudes. The only person you've ever been afraid of on this show is Kimmy, and when she's not here, you run wild. You run wild. Bitch Voice Theater coming at you. And Tommy, how much money an hour is your time worth?
Oh.
Because when it comes to work, we have a pretty good idea.
Okay.
But free time, it seems, is more valuable.
Well, sure.
And we'll explain what I mean next here in the break room on 96.5 WCMF. Time is money, buddy.
Oh, yeah.
And we know what we are worth an hour. At least we think we know what we're worth.
Okay.
But we're talking like work when it comes to worth an hour. You know, you should be making per hour working. How much is your free time worth per hour? You're hanging out in the break room, Rochester's Classic Rock 96.5, WCMF right now.
What's going on?
You can go to the contest page at WCMF.com. And for your chance to win a pair of tickets to see Dane Cook.
All right.
He's coming.
Good guy. Funny guy.
He's coming October 10th to the Kodak Center, courtesy of Live Nation. Tickets go on sale tomorrow, 10 a.m. at Ticketmaster.com. We'll get to how much you're worth in a second. Spoiler alert for Tommy, 0. But it is Thursday.
I can do math.
When you want to hurt someone in this room, you can't call them short or stupid.
Why would you do that?
Or say that their socks look like that carpet that they would put the kids on that were doing bad things at daycare. You got to really hurt someone. Something along the lines of...
I'm Pat Duffy. I'm going to go down to the hipster chicken shack and put on my Johnny Depp reading glasses and have my little craft beer and my chicken tenders in my tender little mouth because I think I'm so hipster soul cool, man. Because I'm a chicken-eating little bitch.
We take all your bitch voices. We run it back for you. We call Bitch Voice Theater. Happens now on CMF.
The Break Room now presents Bitch Voice Theater, starring Thomas Muley and accompanied by Patrick Duffy.
Pat Duffy, I'm going to go out for the big draft night down there and sip a little beer and have a little Caesar salad with a little dressing on the side because I'm just a draft sipping little bitch.
No, what would happen?
No,
She might be too mature, and I'm afraid of Kimmy because she's on fire right now, so I don't want to poke the bear.
Yes!
Oh, God. Right,
No, because she's not on the phone. I would have said her she was on the phone.
Go ahead.
No. But you didn't want to be in the club. You waited in the club. Star Club.
Hi, my name's Pat. I'm just a little star wine horny little bitch.
Oh, I'm Pat Duffy. I'm dressed up like a camp counselor just trying to sell you a little brochure in the mall on Sundays. Come on out to my busted little summer camp, because I'm just a summer camp counselor looking little bitch.
Ryan, you've been to France and had cheese there?
Oh, absolutely, man. That's what makes it the best.
I eat foreign cheese in a cave. I'm Ryan.
What?
So I actually attended Notre Dame University.
Ooh, I'm smart,
I knew
Ryan.
that was coming. I knew that was coming.
I'm Pat Duffy. I didn't want to eat the stolen candy bar because I'll go burn in hell because I'm a law-abiding little bitch.
No, I mean, I'm used to the way it is
Because
now.
you're scared that no one else is in
You'd
the
be
room.
lonely.
I'm a lonely Tommy. What's going on? I got no one to tell me I'm a good person, even though I'm not, because I'm a bitch-ass, won't sleep with no little bitch.
Because, yeah, we...
And that concludes another rendition of Bitch Voice Theater.
All right, Tommy, let me ask you a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
You're a man who values his free time more than anyone else I know.
I enjoy my free time.
All right, so per hour,
Yeah.
what do you think your free time is worth monetarily? For you to voluntarily do something.
To give up my free time.
Yeah, someone would have to pay you what an hour for your free time?
$100.
$100 an hour.
$100.
All right, now terrible time. Timmy's sitting in for Kimmy while she's jet setting somewhere. What is your free time worth per hour money-wise?
I don't have free time, so I would like to throw just the number 300 out there, but it's probably like 30.
Okay, well, Timmy's actually closer to what the average American says. When it comes to not what you're working, the time where you are off,
The precious time.
the average American believes their free time is worth $240 an hour.
Man,
So,
I'm low.
to put that into context, if you were to make that 40 hours a week, that's $500,000 a year.
God damn.
The average salary in the U.S. is just over $59,000.
Wow.
Is that surprising to you?
Well, I guess everybody wants to hold on to that free time, man.
Well, I mean, that's just it. It's not about how much you think you're worth, because we all know what we think we are worth to work.
Right. This is hold on my precious time.
Well, 'cause to Timmy's point, like, Timmy, you have, what, 3 jobs right now?
3 jobs, and I'm doing 4 of them today.
Okay.
So,
You
yeah.
have 3 jobs and you're doing 4 of them
Yeah,
today.
I've got to come back here for the Amherst game.
Okay, but
and
you have 3 jobs. You can't be doing 4 jobs if you
Sure
only
I
have 3
can.
jobs. All right.
Never mind.
Shut up.
4 tasks.
Oh, my God.
Shut up.
So for you to lose any hour of free time, I mean, there's what? How many hours of free time do you think you have this week where you won't be sleeping?
Like 6.
Okay.
Like, literally 6 hours that I have like to do whatever I want. It's going to be absolutely nothing.
Tommy has more than 6 hours of time to himself today.
Yeah, it must be nice. I bet it's great.
That's not a joke, by the way. That's a real
I'm
thing.
old.
No, it has nothing to do with you being old. There are lots of
Yeah.
guys your age that hustle just as much as Timmy does, working side gigs or other part-time jobs, trying to take.
Who's giving some 60-year-old man a side gig?
What are you talking about? There are plenty of guys in their 60s, men and
What,
women.
at the golf course?
And okay, there's that. You got Uber drivers, you got Instacart folks. There are plenty of people that age that do that stuff.
Right.
Look at you. Oh, I'm capped. I got a Pittsburgh wife. I got crazy socks and shoes that are sewn together instead of being made out of leather. Check me out, guys. I'm pretty cool. So what's funny is the older you get, the less you think your time is worth.
Which is weird because you're running out of time.
Not really, though. You have so much free time.
No, but I'm running out of time on this planet. So, like, my value would go up.
So both of you make a very valid point. Because you're right, Tommy. Time for you is precious.
I ain't got many free times left.
No, I mean, every hour for you is like sand through an hourglass, right? Just gone and never coming back. But Timmy's right. I mean, like, you today are going to leave at 10.
Yeah.
And you are not obligated to do another thing until tomorrow when you're here at 5:15.
Yes.
Is that a fair statement? Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah. So compared to Timmy, yes, you have less free time on the planet.
Right. I'm running out of precious minutes.
You are, but you have more free time in a week than he's going to have his entire year. And that's, again, not an exaggeration.
But I may not have a year.
We can only hope. So they actually break it down.
You should die.
So, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Why is that funny? As a joke.
252, come on.
Too late.
252 WCMF. Again, the average American believes their free time is worth $240 an hour, and they break it down by generation. Baby boomers believe their hour is $137 free time. All right. Gen Xers $215. Gen Zers $267.
What am I? Am I a Zer?
No,
Gen
you're joking. You're a boomer, bro.
Boomer.
You're kidding me, right?
I don't know. You changed all these damn letters.
No,
all
you've
the
been
time.
a baby boomer forever.
I didn't know boom became Z.
It didn't. What just happened?
How old's Z?
Z, Generation Z is slightly older than my daughters. No, you idiot. Z is younger. It goes Z, Millennial, X, Boomer.
Gotcha.
Low to high.
Right.
Millennials, my age and Timmy's age, believe our time is worth the most at $329.
Well, because you're so damn busy.
I think that's it. Yeah. I think that's it. And that's
because the generation above us gave us no free time.
But it is. He's right. But it is funny,
What?
right? Like, if you start factoring in what your free time costs. Timmy, I don't know about you, but, like, after a long day, you're finally in bed, you're exhausted, but you don't want to go to sleep, right? You want to, like, lay on your phone and look at things or watch something on Netflix. You're, like, stealing time from yourself. Sleeping 8 hours a night, based on what people think they're worth, is costing them $75,000 a month.
God damn.
You know what I mean? Like, when you start looking at time as currency, which it is, man, because you're spending it to live, baby. It's kind of like, it's a little depressing.
I know.
Not for you. Again, you have so much. There's nothing I can talk about with you where you're like, I totally understand where you're coming from.
I get it, man. No, you don't have to live it to get it.
You don't get it.
I get it.
You don't get chicken. You don't get free time. You don't get kids.
I dodged a few bullets. What do you want from me?
Oh, here, let me text my girls real quick. Hold on. Hey, guys, what's going on? Tommy said, I didn't dodge your bullets.
You know what I mean.
No, explain.
The good bullets. The bullets you should have in your body.
What?
the good family bullets are the ones that I dodge.
Good family bullets.
We come back, we wrap it up. We tell you what we're doing tomorrow. Next to the break room on CMF. The it's going to be Rapparoo.
Howdy, Thursday, Rapparoo.
For a Thursday break room CMF that makes tomorrow Friday. You know what that means?
Oh, yeah. Are we doing it? I don't know. Because usually Kimmy's not here.
Why are you talking like a robot? Are we doing it? I don't. But wait.
Is it happening?
Yes.
Then we creeping it up.
Yes, we got a creep cap coming at you just after 7 o'clock tomorrow here. Are we gonna do?
Well, because I said creepy stuff today. I don't know if it qualifies.
Pardon me, man. Also, what? Timmy's been filling in for Kimmy while she's somewhere. Yeah. We still don't know where she is. Nobody has texted her. Yeah. It would take 15 seconds to be like, hey, where did you end up going? And none of the three of us have decided that's something we wanted to do.
Well, we were already told it'd be weird if we asked where she went.
Kimmy.
I also don't want to bother her.
Really? You have no problem bothering her every moment she's here at work?
Yeah, but that's like work bothering. That's just like she's on vacation. I hate to be that person.
Timmy, you were telling me this morning that you're about to do something that's a major accomplishment for almost everybody that's ever done it in their lives.
Yeah. Looking forward to it.
So here's the thing, Tommy. With this accomplishment, it's a goal that people will set, and it's something that you need months to prepare for.
Oh.
Legitimately. You physically need months to get this done.
What the hell are you doing, man?
Timmy, when is this happening?
The end of May. I don't know the exact date.
Okay, so at least within the next 4 weeks.
Sure, yeah. Like 24th or whatever that... Soon.
And you've never done one of these before?
Never even thought about it.
Okay, and you're doing a full one?
Yep.
And you are not going to train in any way?
Not at all.
Despite the fact that you look like you're dying.
I am dying,
okay.
and
yes.
If
it's the thing I thinking of, that's what they look like.
What do you think he's going to do?
He's going to do a marathon.
Timmy is going to run a marathon.
Oh, yeah, a full marathon, 28 miles.
26.2 miles.
No training, just waking up and going.
This is the dumbest.
You can't do that.
Yeah, no, you can't do that.
But you are built for it.
No, he's not. Don't encourage him. This is a terrible idea. It sounds like it's dangerous.
You just got to wake up and finish. You got like 8 hours. You can walk that.
You don't look like you could drive 26 miles. Like without throwing water in your face. Wow, that's impressive, man.
No, it's not impressive. Don't do it. He's not going to be able to do it.
So we had a guy here before. He
Shut up.
trained like a mofo for it.
And he probably failed. Loser.
He started crying. He got to, remember?
Yes.
He trained.
Yes.
And he thought he could do it.
Yeah.
He got down on his knees and started crying.
Bro, it's
not because he saw our ratings, because he couldn't finish the marathon.
It's running to Batavia.
Yeah.
Right? From here.
I can do that.
Okay.
I'm not running. I'm just finishing a marathon. It's different.
We've talked about the arrogance of men a ton on this show, right? What men
This
believe they
is
can
like,
do.
yeah.
But here's the thing. If Timmy believes that he could run a marathon with absolutely no physical training, he's not the only one. There are other guys that I'm sure
probably
believe this. And we will get into all of this and more tomorrow here in the break room on CMF. For Timmy, who enjoy him now because he's going to die trying to do what he's going to do. For Tommy Muley, who's also going to die. Hopefully soon. My name's Pat Duffy. We'll see you tomorrow morning in the break room at 6 a.m. on 96.5 WCMF.